All right. All right. All right. So we have on mono versus versus creature. And I am not awake yet, but I do apologize. Thank you. Everybody, when you see this, I have a feeling we're going to see more in VOD. Hopefully I can wake my ass up before. All right. And the score is 1-0. In the bottom right-hand corner, the Moondance representing Prep Esports. In the red, give it up for Hanmano. And his opponent in the upper left, representing Root Gaming. Give it up for our blue Protoss player. It is Creature. And Moondance is a cheeky map. What up, Days? What up, Fisherman? Guys, I literally just rolled out of bed and did this. I'm 50 minutes late to when I logged in. Well, actually more than that. Basically an hour late to this Open Cup. And we're already moving in pretty quickly. I went to bed. I realized I didn't give myself enough time for taking my my meds and stuff too last night. So it was pretty funny. All right, looks like a pretty standard opener here. So interestingly enough, my girlfriend called me when I probably passed out an hour before, and then luckily, thank God, Charlie woke me up 50 minutes into the tournament. So we literally just like microwaved coffee that I had pre-sitting out, and luckily I set this up and had my computer on before, so I just had to click start stream. But I am on a delay. Fisherman and Days. All right, nothing too crazy to talk about here so far. Amato looks like he's actually... he's going reactor before... Reactor before CC, actually. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I saved the probe for the moment. Does lose... Sorry, creature saves the probe. Hanamato, and, well, there's a lot of work harassed from both of them. Hanamato does take some damage as well, so he's going for reactor Marines. But other than that, I mean, like, it's a pretty standard build. Everything checks out. It looks a little more like if you open with a Reaper. So sorry, guys, 90-second delay or something. 2-minute delay. Probably a 2-minute delay. I said 90 seconds, but I said it at 2. Just like ESL, because I know I'm gonna forget. Ain't in Fuzzy Hellfire. Alright, it's gonna be 3. Oh no, it's gonna be a weird 2-on-1 out of Hanamato or a 3 Rex Factory. Hanamato with his cheeky builds, but this is a little bit alright. He wants to greet the Adept and take care of it right away, because the Adept's usually going to shade closer on. Oh, the Adept is not going to get disintegrated. Does take 1... Oh, it's got 69 HP. That's nice. Normally the Adept starts with 70, so... Let's see, look at 70. 69. Tough grind fishing this morning. Haha. How you guys doing? Yeah, and for those of you guys that know Hanamato, yeah, it's gonna be 3 Racks Factory. I don't know why I said 2-1-1, probably because I'm not awake yet. But pretty obviously 2 Racks Factory, so it's gonna go pressure out with some Hellions for the moment. Probably gonna start up Stem here momentarily, or Concussive Shell. But it is a Stargate opener from Creature. Alright. The push with 2 Hellions and 4 Marines. Now he's gonna go into Stem. Let's do a little Swapperino. And it's gonna probably be a Marine Cyclone push after. Yep. He just adapted the build, so instead of... He's going for more versus less, because he knows it's Phoenix Colossus. He is a read that it's Phoenix Colossus. Okay, Hellions trying to go in and get some damage. It's enough to kill workers, even with a battery, but the Phoenix are going to help out. But we need like 3 Hellions for that, but the Phoenix ultimately going to clean it up. Only 3 workers lost. Very well held by Reacher. How you doing, Sergeant Sadstack? Still decent Terran army out, but Stemmen +1. They're going to be... Yeah, he's not going to have combat shields immediately, because obviously he had to forego the tech lab to get enough units out. I thought he was going to go with the Cyclone. Like, you obviously want to tank, but... I truthfully think maybe... Yeah, Phoenixes. Honestly, he maybe should have built reactor Widow Mines. Phoenixes are good against Widow Mines too, but you can usually get a shot or 2 off on them. I mean, like, if you're against Stargate, but this should work. He's boys pulling. He's going all in. It's 2 base balls of the walls in. Immortal not even out yet. And we do have Phoenixes just dying across the map. They did a good job picking some stuff off before, but I think we got a little greedy on Creature's side of it. I think he might just be dead. Some Immortal coming. Another gate did finish, but it's just some Adepts. A Zealot, a Sentry, and Immortal versus 2 tanks forward facing shield battery. He's gonna get blasted, and he doesn't even have an opportunity to cancel it. So the problem is there's so many Marines, and with Stim, he's not gonna be able to pick off the tanks. There's just not enough here to fight it with the boys pull. See, look, there's a little bit of missed target fire from the Protoss player. SCV's going in. Hanamato with deep. Heckin' Protoss. Oh, Creature is up 1-0. Oh, Creature's up 1-0. Thank you, Eddie. Sorry about that. Disruptor does take this out. Man, this is looking very rough for Creature. Well, Creature's up 1-0. My goodness. And my God, this is absolutely a devastation. What a game. Number 2 this is. One Colossus is out though, so that is certainly helpful for our Terran player. And a couple Phoenixes did manage to eke their way out, but the back base is going down. This is pretty all in from Hanmano. He's actually, you know, he's building workers behind it. He's building, producing Marines, but the Colossi went down, and you know what? Zealots be damned. We are going to lose a tank or two. Oh, now the tanks are disjointed. Marine actually going to be able to finish this off, GD. And Hanmano takes game number 1. Or game number 2. I just said game number 1 when we're clearly on game number 2. Oh boy, that's funny. Oh my goodness, my girlfriend tried to call me 3 hours ago. She called me. Eventually, I woke up. So the score is 1-1. Thank you, Eddie. Bear with me, guys. We're doing all the morning things here. I should have asked Demi and Geralt to hold off, but Geralt's looks like he's still not on yet. So on NA.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, the cranky ducklings. Thank you, Light. Hope you guys had a good stream. Hold on. Oh. All right. Sorry, guys. We're into the game. Wanted to shut them out. Little rude on my part, but we're just getting rolling here. Not a problem, brother, man. And sometime we should cast together late. Again, waking up here, so bear with me as I do my old man thing. Spotting the upper right-hand corner of Inside and Out, representing Prep Esports in the red. It is Hanmano. And his opponent in the bottom left. Give it up for our Root Gaming Blue Protoss player. It is Creature. That was an awkward moment, but thank you so much for the raid, guys. We are off to a late start. I literally woke up minutes ago. Like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, there you go. Something to that effect. We are going on like 2 hours of sleep. Ish. I don't even know. But anyway, in the future, I will just stay awake. It's weird circumstances. Hanmano looks like he might be just going for a high ground CC. Yep. Yeah, he is not doing anything too crazy here. Oh man, actually that's the crazy part about Hanmano. He's gonna make it seem like it's gonna be a wild build, but Creature is probably gonna have this getting under his skin a bit. That felt a little bit build order countery, but I think some of it was how Creature reacted. It's really hard to hold some of those pushes that early. How you doing, Asher, bro, too? Thank you as well. Again, we are going to go into a 3-X factory, I have a feeling. Or is it going to be a 2-on-1? Because, well, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a Twilight opener this time from Creature, who's only on one gate with his Twilight, though. He's wanting to build up those probes. I'd like to at least see a second gate a little earlier, but he is just going to be on the one and only a singular soccer. No, actually, he has an adept. Okay, so he's going to keep the adept pressure on, trying to get a read. It is going to be a 2-on-1 this game. Okay, Adamano changing it up a little bit. In his book of cheese. I say cheese because it's not just any 2-on-1. He's doing an old school 2-on-1 before he's even landed his CC. It's actually a pretty smart move to do a 2-on-1 off of.
Hey, who wants to have some
Mighty.
fun?
Thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Again, apologies, guys, if the casting's a little rough for a bit here. We are waking up. Greatly appreciated. A shout out to Majdi, too. I hope you had a good stream. Man. Picking up some momentum for a guy who started late. Okay, we are now going to do a third Rax. One adept is scaring the bejesus out of Hanmano. Even though he has a ton of Marines, he's just trying to hide the build. We are going to see a proxy gate from Creature. You gotta love to see that. And a Dark Shrine. Oh, man, this could be rough. This game got spicy, spicy, spicy. Let's heckin' go. All right, Hanmano has no eBay. He may have a scan available cheekily here or there anywhere. Unfortunately for him, he is not. Oh, he is not going to be prepared for this. His entire army's out on the map. Oh, all the boys are getting pulled. That's like half. Oh my God, half the next mineral line to repair a supply depot. Hanmano knows what's up. He's gonna drop in, try to get some damage done with this drop. There is a Dark Templar. He's gonna scan over here. He knows he doesn't have much. Actually, he's starting to muster up the forces. He actually gets 4 workers out of this. Nice probe micro-ish. I say ish because, well, oh my God, what a wild card game. And there goes another DT. So luckily he's on two orbitals. Hanmano manages to save about a medevac full of units with, with both medevacs. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Majdi. And thanks for the follow. Askery? Yeah, this is looking pretty funny. Creature looks like he's in a lot of trouble, but he has invisible men. So, considering he's already behind now, kind of. Actually, is he behind? He's mining on 2 bases. He has more workers. Hanmano is just now landing his orbital. Does not realize there's a proxy. Well, he is going to have a missile turret on the just above the ramp, so that could be a little helpful, but DT is already out and Hanmano's right on top of it. Okay, now that Hanmano is mining on 2 bases, he does have a shot, but there's going to be Archons and Immortal Shield Battery. We got Chargy Boys coming in and a Forge to pop here very soon. Thank you very much, guys. All right, so should be a spicy one. All right. Well, I don't know about you guys. It's a bit of a banger for me just starting out, and we don't get to see this that often lately. A 2-1-1 versus proxy gate DTs rather. And an early Dark Shrine, even for that matter, in PvT these days. From a lot of these guys, you don't get it. So Creature is delivering, especially against a spicy player like Hanmano, who, by the way, has a couple Archons. That was very smart of Hanmano not to engage that as directly. He obviously took a little bit of a bad fight, but does manage to save a lot of this. Though his medevacs did take quite a bit of a beating. I do like that he just switched into a regular 3-1-1 of kind of. Everything's a little disjointed on timings. 2-1-1 is a dice rolly build, that's for sure. And well, Jim Raynor just died right here at the bottom of what could be a third base. This is hilarious. It's like a 2-base all-in versus a 2-base all-in from how they're playing it. No third CC for Hanmano, obviously, from how he played his 2-on-1. We're on like almost Wings of Liberty-ish economy, just from how the players are playing. But Blink's on the way, +2 ground weapons. Oh no, +1 ground weapons for Protoss. And infantry weapons, +1 about to finish up for Hanmano quite a bit before. It could be pretty funny. Hey, thank you for the shout out, by the way. Whoever did that. Proxy has finally been located. 1 DT is gonna try to deny a third base, but Hanmano not too worried about a third base for right now. Invisible Man gonna go chase this down. Hanmano going for a big push into the natural. Well, he did a little bit of a drop here. He kind of split off here. He's gonna get a Robo Bay and gonna try to fly the hell out of there, but Blink has not completed. Hanmano is gonna evacuate after killing a robotics facility, building a Colossi. That's pretty big. Nice catch by our Prep Esports Terran man. God damn, that was actually a beautiful catch here. Oh, is he gonna get the Dark Shrine and possibly depower? That's a very Artosis pylon. He's targeted the pylon. He gets 3 DT. Oh man, that's actually hella worth. 3 DTs, I think we're warping in, or at least 2 DTs and a Zealot. Let's look at the trades. Well, nothing we could have done better there. We did lose a medevac full of Marines. Actually, I don't think it was full. It might have been one of the lesser ones, but still, Hanmano finding some great trades here. Creature actually somehow able to secure a third. We're going right into a Ghost Academy and an Armory, but Hanmano didn't even research +1 infantry armor yet. I still love the Ghost Academy. He is gonna have a third CC though. Very cool game. This is, well, the army supply is in favor of Creature. So that's the problem. If a Protoss has been sitting down that much and we've not lost a lot of the power units, they're going to be in a good spot, especially now that the Colossi is coming out. And again, oh no, he did get infantry armor. All right, good job, Hanmano, getting the armory. He is just prepping up, getting another missile turret. So, actually, this could go either way. Hanmano is down on army supplies. The scary thing, Protoss has had this base for a while, but the trades have been wild. The worker count's pretty close. So we'll see what happens, I guess. But I do like this tank count from Hanmano. The fact that he's going into Ghost. He needs to remember enhanced shockwaves. We do not see this Ghost Academy researching. In my eyes, you just need that upgrade if you're going to go Ghost against Protoss. I mean, sure, you can find some value with just EMP on its own. But it's just so good. Like when you're behind an army, I don't know. It was looking like Hanmano was just gonna steamroll it for a second, but it really could have won either way. Go Terran power, Eddie Trick, and hi Sibajon. Oh man, this is this is certainly something. Alrighty. Thank you guys for keeping me on the toes with the raids, though, for real. Like, I literally just woke up and I went to bed like 2 hours ago, so this is fantastic. These games are waking me up though too. Yeah, this is a scary looking army from Creature. So Creature's kind of playing it like a Terran if you think about it. He's getting the bases. He can't even mine off of them. His army supply is just, he's gonna cap out his army supply more than his workers almost. And that's a scary ass thought for our Terran player. Okay, enhanced shockwaves is gonna finish up +2 infantry weapons is on the way, but Psionic Storm's even going out. Man, Creature's been able to tech pretty well against this. Going into Disruptors, he does have extended Thermal Lance with Charge and Blink, so this is not the army you want to fight. Like, truthfully, I almost feel like Hanmano, yeah, he's gonna have a hard time finding any damage and drops, but I feel like this is the kind of army you don't want to engage as a Terran in this position. You kind of gotta, I guess some would say you gotta just try to win the fight, but how? Now he's starting to get an army that's pretty close. Still an army edge for our Protoss player, but we do have enhanced shockwave now. We do have a good ghost count. Nice tank placement, but I think we're gonna see a little wraparound. Oh, EMP goes off, a Baja Blast shield battery does activate before the Nexus is EMP'd. Yeah, oh, look at this surround setting up. It's a damn shame. Oh, there's gonna be Psionic Storm too. Oh, right on top of this. It's a sandwich. This looks like it could just be game. And Hanmano is just gonna escape with 1 unit in the Medivacs, and that CC certainly looks like it's in trouble. Okay, he has a couple bunkers. And the Medivacs actually could help with some reinforcements. Only 1 siege tank back to defend. Yeah, this is looking very scary. 63 to 105 army supply. Ooh. Yeah, game's looking over pretty quickly. I mean, Hanmano's got boys, but you can't really engage into Colossus and Archons. They'd be great against those Stalkers and the Immortal even. Just a couple charge lots. Yeah, that CC's going down. I don't see how he does it. He does have an extra command center. If somehow he ekes by, he gets +2. Protoss going into ground armor +1. Hanmano actually not engaging the Colossus, but takes 1 laser swipe right into all the Marines. I'm saying it like the Marines are a body part. A laser swipe to the Marines. Big oof. Man, I thought Hanmano was going to just outright kill him after he held the DTs, and how the tables have turned. GG. Creature. I'd say, dare I say it, with a bit of an upside. Creature is a bit of an underrated player, I'd say at times, but damn, that was a good game. That was definitely one of the cooler. Definitely one of the cooler PVTs I've seen in a bit. All right, I gotta see who we have now. Creature did take it and a 2-1. Very well played by both of you. All right, so all right, I gotta see. I'm gonna try to locate Geralt. That was actually a really... Either way, that could have tipped... the scales could have tipped pretty easily for either player. Woo-wee. Totally not just waking up, chat. Trying to find my next match. And I'm just gonna see. Looks like Demi might be out. All right, let's just take a look here. I'm casting both semifinals. We're gonna take a moment while we get everything together. Give me just a. All right, give me just a momento. All right, guys. I'm just looking to see what just happened. If Geralt is, oh, he 2-0'd. Where's Cristiano now? All right, I'm just gonna see. Where is? We're gonna have Geralt versus Nicaract. I'm just trying to get a hold of these guys. If not, I'm going to get Christianer versus Creature. 2 Polish Protoss. Let's go. Oh, okay. All right, so it is going to be Christianer versus Creature first. All right, here we go. Just got a little bit of communication here. All right. I am going over to America's Christianer versus Creature. Is how we're doing it first, and then we are just doing a little hopscotch on servers. This is actually kind of funny. Unluckily, as you know, players be a little upset. They just want to play it and knock it out. But we did catch in just before the semifinals for a couple of, at least 2 of the games of Hanmano and Creature. Creature advancing to the semifinals on the upper bracket side. Well, I mean, realistically, it's the same. We're not like, there's no knockouts and stuff. Oh, well, looks like Christianer made it back over to Americas. Or did he? Where's Christianer? Oh boy. Drew. How you doing, Nux? SC2? Guys, just bear with me. I'm trying to get a hold of, we're trying to get stuff straightened out here. So unfortunately, we're on the waiting game a little bit. Fisherman. I was getting mad at the squirrels. Are you sure it's squirrels even? Man, oh man. That are eating your trash and damaging your house. Eating the cat food. I have no idea what's going on, chat, but heck and heck. Thanks again to Eddie for getting me in this in the last minute, and yeah. Mighty and the Ducklings Also, thank you, Light. Needs needs a break for the voice. He's been doing a lot of casting. I had to bail on EPT Asia for this, and how things panned out naturally, I couldn't sleep. I should have just stayed up, but it's kind of rough when you All right. Creature just needed a few minutes. I know it's a little rough of a wait, but okay, looks like we got Creature back. Oh, yeah. All right. So, guys, just so you know, we only have 1 month left in the season. Just to show you, for SC2 Online, we have, well, let's see here. Coming up, we have the $150 Infested Factory Weekly. Passion Craft number 18, the Passion Craft Showdown number 18, the $100 Elite Cup for Hearthstone, and Leroy Jenkins Cup for Hearthstone, and the November 23rd, the Wardy TV qualifier. Let's just go through everything. All right, let's take a look here. 1 month left to go after, so you know, obviously we're in November, so December is coming up. Actually, let us go to the Hall of Fame and take a look where we're at right now. So, as of now, most tournaments played. Elisari in 2017 still holds a record of 300. Jalmek is catching up here, 272. Nasi's Nasty, and followed by Cristiano. As we know, he plays a lot of tournaments, pretty far up here. So some of these guys that you see here, Demi's been rocking it a lot for the last couple of years. Max Packs with a good amount, actually. Seeing where people left off, too. Mio Mike at 142. Man, Starkiller's actually been playing a lot. Geralt, I think some of this... We're going to be refreshing this here a bit. Let's take a look at the important ones. Most tournaments won in a season. Cham and Cristiano taking the lead, even over Max Packs. Geralt and Bly. Bly still holding the record. Solar, Bion, Eric. This is pretty wild. So 2021, Geralt's been killing it too a bit, as well as Cristiano this year at 40. Pretty funny stuff. So just showing you a little bit. Guys, please do support OSC. I gotta go here. Yeah, and just taking a look at the player profiles. Bear with me here. So these are all the players in it. We got Aquaron, Armani, Eric Fire, Art, Estrella, people who've played, and in many cases, sometimes they come out of nowhere. Geralt, Goblin, Go-Go, Joey, Gumiho, Mana, Merriman, Masa, Max Pax, Mio Moika, who played today, Mixu, B, BioIce, B Stork, Bly, Bion, Haas, you name it. These guys have all been in here. I better get into game now. Just wanted to show. Okay, I'm gonna do a coin flip. Let me find a coin. I'm gonna do a virtual coin flip. Because I don't have a coin right on me. Actually, do I? See here, I got a wallet here. A man of not usually carrying cash on me these days too often. Which is a little unlike me in the past, just how things be these days. We are going to do a virtual coin flip. I think Google even just does it. All right, here we go. Coin is flipping. You guys see it? Wait. Actually, we got to make a call first. Let's make a call. So it'll be EU. Okay, heads we start EU, tails we start NA. Okay, sounds good. Doing it now. Let's go, guys. So heads, EU, tails, NA. We're actually gonna count this as the first one. It's tails, so we are starting on NA. All right, so we are starting on NA and then going over. So this is actually going to be best of 5. It's for the semis. Let's go. Sorry for the hold up, folks. Yeah. You guys are on a delay, so I ended up doing it. That first flip didn't count because I didn't know what was what, so. All right. So we're going to be doing a little server bouncing for these guys. Nothing we could have done better here, chat. I swear. Like, seriously, I would have been good to go. I had to thank my girlfriend actually for calling me multiple times. My alarms did not go off. All right. All right, so we have our maps. I'm just gonna make a note for these guys. Did you get a new camera? Hey, how you doing? Oh my god, Godzilla. Yeah, at some point I did. Nothing too fancy. We do have a, I just got an Elgato face cam. Definitely recommend for a webcam. It's about as good as you can get. Shout out to Up a Tree for his Elgato endorsement, Kappa. No, his good advice as always. Sal with the good suggestions. The best of 5 again. And we're about to start finally. And that's a little to my fault. We would have been rolling through this. We are about to start our next match. All right, here we go. Anyway. Spawning in the upper, it's a best of 5, by the way. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner, representing Root Gaming in the red. Give it up for Creature. Our Protoss player. Actually, it's a PvP, so guess what? And his opponent at the bottom left, representing Blazer. Give it up for our pink Polish Protoss. It's Christianer. Almost always in the pink, or in a battle trying to get the pink. Looks like it's gonna be a high ground versus a low ground. Could be 2-gate, likely to be 2-gate from Christianer, but who knows? He does bring us some spicy builds. Creature moving on out, trying to get a little gate scout. It's a gate gas scout from both. It could just be a high ground 1-gate from Christianer too, but I have a feeling he's gonna open double gate. I'm calling it now. Double gate. And it is going to be Stalker Adept opener. I know it sounds strange, but Christianer likes that. And his reason is for scouting. He may not. Actually, he may not now. It might just be double Stalker pressure. We'll find out what build he goes for because he sees it's a 1-gate expand, or at least a 1-gate attempt. So Creature may be forced to go Stargate. Yeah. Second pylon going down for both players. Actually, Christianer a little late on his second pylon. Because he is trying to go for a block. Zella is actually out earlier. And that was a good call from Creature. He's actually going to be able to start harassing the pylon. But Creature, truthfully... should have just went after the continued chase in the probe. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be an adept opener from Creature. Double Stalker pressure from Christianer. Christianer looks like he's at least... he's posturing for a natural. But you know what? He may actually be able to do something here. The adept is certainly going to finish off this... probe. Yeah, Christianer's not paying attention for a moment. Yeah. Oh, the adept shades in. He is paying attention. And oh no, he almost gets another block. That would have been actually huge for our Polish Protoss player. Cristiano getting a Nexus at about the same time as creatures would play out, but there is an Oracle on the way. Cristiano going into Twilight, getting a pylon to scout for an Oracle coming from the northeast of his side of the map. And creature gonna shade in here. Cristiano just too on top of this. Does he get the shield battery? He does. Adept is denied yet again. That was like so close that Adept... I thought for sure Cristiano wasn't going to lose the probe, but he was just within a hair of denying that Nexus again, which would have been massive against creature. That would have definitely sent him back a ton. And just how close it was the notable spot. Oracle is out. There's no shield battery, but it doesn't matter. 2 Stalkers going to help without 3 and a Sentry to hold. Adept is trying to get in here and is going to be able to. I think 3 Stalkers is pretty good. The Sentry might be helpful. Okay, the Adept's going to shade over to where there's less probes. It does manage to get 1. The Oracle actually gets another worker. But truthfully, that Oracle's almost dead. Beautiful defense from Cristiano, only losing 1 worker. Or yeah, he only lost 1 worker. It looked like he lost 1 from the Adept, but it was just 1 shot. The Oracle actually only being the unit to get the kill. All right, we do have 2 Stalkers in defense. They're a little away from the right side of the mineral patches, but it's only going to be a singular Oracle or creature. He knows what he's up against. Going into Blink as well. Cristiano is about to have Blink, however. So we are in a great spot for our Polish Protoss player. Army supply actually at an advantage for Cristiano. He might be able to go out and get some pressure, and with Blink done, he's checking for proxies, it looks like. Yeah, how he's splitting off, or he's trying to catch an Oracle maybe. But he's going to have a little bit of push. Robotic facility going down for Cristiano in case of a cheeky Dark Shrine follow-up because of how things played up. Creature definitely a little behind in terms of army supply, but that Stasis Ward came in clutch from the south side. Cristiano going to go attack from 2 positions. And, well, he's going to blink out of a weird exchange of trades. Let's take a look here. Not really too much. The Sentry fell for Cristiano, 1 Stalker. The Stasis Ward did go off cooldown. He's going to put some pressure and get a little hull damage on the Nexus, forcing a cancel. While Cristiano gets a 3rd base behind it, and, well, all the Stalkers are saved on both sides of it. Creature now defensively holding. He has all of his units together. Cristiano just warping in. He's going to get an Observer out. We do have a Forge going down for Creature. Yeah, Cristiano are going to be way ahead on this 3rd base. But can he defend? Both players of the Forge. Cristiano just a little behind, not going into charge just yet because he went Robo. Actually, neither player going into charge as a follow-up. All right, we got a lot of pressure from Creature now coming, and Cristiano really, he should be able to hold this. The battery eventually is going to come down. There's 1 rando Zealot in here. Shit, Cristiano forced to take a little bit of a retreat. Yeah, he's got some really battered Stalkers. That said, shield battery is going to go down. Cristiano with an aggressive Blink. That actually was a pretty safe Blink considering Creature just blinked back. Creature still has the Oracle. There is no shield battery in the natural. It should be noted Cristiano going for an Immortal. But we do have that charge +1 coming from Mr. Creature. Is going to be able to secure a 3rd base as well. Cristiano is ahead to 7 workers for the moment. Obviously, both players are going to try to go in, but this Oracle is trying. It looks like it was trying to inch its way back. Yeah, Oracle is going to possibly get some worker kills. No, Stasis Ward's landed. And Cristiano is on top of it. Only 1 is caught in Stasis. Big Daddy Immortal helping out Cristiano now. Going into +1. I think he may regret the lack of charge. Honestly, I'd like to see him get a Robotics Bay if he open a Robo like that. And Cristiano posturing. Oh my God, he's getting a nicely timed 4th base. Just going to continue his economic lead, but now that we have more gateways coming down for Creature, This charge +1 spike. It's probably going to be a +2 timing attack. And I do like that creature goes for a 4th. It's a little behind Christiana's, but it's not too bad. 755, not a bad timing in PvP. Situationally, considering there was a quite delayed third base. All right, Christiana fixing saturation. A little bit, same for creature. All right. It is looking a little more even down. Now Christiana with an army supply lead for a bit, but is it really? It is Warp Gate. Christiana going into a Templar Archives, as is his opponent. Christiana is going to find out he forgot charge pretty soon. He's warping in Zealots. Oh, man. I think that was just a mistake, and the Warp Prism is going to be scouted. Couple shield batteries going down. Actually, a photon cannon and a shield battery. One is killed, I believe. I think there was just a cancel in the second. Bit of static. All right, it's slow Zealots versus fast Zealots and Blink Stalkers. And yeah, Christiana is going to realize this just now getting into charge. Mistakes were made. Okay, we did eke out an Immortal for creature. Christiana's still doing it somehow, but both players do have +1 ground weapons. The fight is ensuing, and, well, we'll see what happens here. My goodness. All right. This is certainly going to be a fight here for a bit. We do have +2 ground weapons going down beyond it. Christiana has the clock ticking for charge himself. Both players at the knife's edge of having an advantage on +2, but creature is actually looking pretty dead. Look at this army supply. The pylon with the warp in that just sealed the deal, and Christiana takes it. Moving on to game number 2 in this best of 5. Okay. Now I need to change servers, as you guys saw with the coin flip. That's what it was for. Let's see what game 2 brings us. All right. Game number 2. And we have both players on EU. Okay. Now into our next map. Muting the coughs for you guys. All right, here we go. Just a moment. We do have a lobby. I feel like the creature Han Mono games always would be a dice roll. Both of these guys, by the way, when we went in, both of creature and Han Mono, that was pretty close. How you doing, Draconics? Good to see you. And welcome everybody in chat. I'm just gonna leave the sound on, to heck with it. Next, we do have Geralt versus Nicorach. So we have a PVT to follow this up on the other side of the semifinals. And let's get into game numero dos. Spawning the bottom left-hand corner, inside and out, outside and in. Representing Root Gaming in the blue, it is Mr. Creature. And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner, representing Blazer Esports, it is Christianer in the pink. All right. So luckily we don't have any, you know, red or orange and pink or anything like that. Pretty easily distinguishable, or at least a little more easily distinguishable for color differences from the players. All right, this is going to be a 2-gate opener from both, or at least a high ground. Looks to be a 2-gate for sure. Yeah, it's 100% a 2-gate from Creature. I'd be very surprised if not from how he walled off. Yeah, he's going to have his gate on the right side. Second gate on the right. Just from the pylon position. And, yeah, it's going to be 2-gate opener for both. We're going to see a little bit of cheeky play from either player. This is a time where I wouldn't be surprised if we do Creature looking for proxies from Christianer. And interestingly enough, oh, is it going to be a metagame proxy pylon? You might just go with that. Yep. No, it might be proxy Stargate actually from Creature. He's keeping the probe there. We'll see. Christianer getting some reads. Trying to wait for that pylon. He's probably anticipating this. The only downside, well, not the only downside, a big downside for Creature is he's not getting a scout. If this is a proxy robo, I'm going to think we're watching Eric Fire or Exo Striker. Either one of them. Because that is, it is a proxy robo. That is like the furthest proxy robo. But I guess it'd be a good spot for a Warp Prism. Okay, is going to be a double Adept opener. So this might actually psych out proxy Stargate Oracle. This should be a funny one. Is Christianer going to proxy Robo or 4-gate? Let's see. I want to see. No, he's setting up for an Nexus. He still could cheekily do something here. Oh, the Adepts are going to see the... Wait. That was so close. We almost had a standoff between the probe and the Adepts. The Adepts obviously would one-shot it. Christianer going to chase down Creature's probe and psych out a proxy. Christianer ain't no fool, though. He is looking for proxies. He's going to go push out to see if the Nexus is dropped. Creature actually keeps the probe alive as the two Adepts go to try to put some pressure in, forcing Christianer back. I don't know why I just said Geralt. Look at this. The Adepts are making their way away. Adepts are going to survive for now. We are going to see an Immortal and a Warp Prism. Wait. Oh. Immortal is going to pounce behind, and there are a couple Stalkers with the Adepts. Should be able to do some damage, and the Immortal is going to join the fight here. Warp Prism may just go the hell in. Yeah, these are not the trades we're looking for a Creature. He has lost 2 Adepts and a Stalker, and this one is sure as hell going to go down. The Immortal chasing this down, really messing with Creature's play. He's going to try to warp in units. Immortal is going to come in. Big Daddy Immortal right here. He actually could have, if he needed to, if he lost the pylon, well, he would have been supply blocked. Oh, look at this micro. Beautiful micro from Creature. Forcing a recall of a sentry. Interestingly enough, there's going to be a shield battery here. Another Immortal in production for Christianer, actually, on the other side. Going to saturate his nat. This is looking rough for Creature, honestly. He's got warp, a couple of sentries to contend with, and now battery overcharge is activated. Creature trying to pick up units is going to lose some. Man, he really needs to... Oh, no, nice clutch Immortal save, but it's getting beaten up. Another Immortal going to push out from Christianer. Costing him a lot of damage. The Immortal target flare. Oh no! The War Prism goes down. It looks like game number 2 might be over pretty quickly here. 16-6 supply with 2 bases to 1. GG. The single G. And there you have it. We will be moving on to game number 3 pretty shortly. Yeah, that's a very strangely positioned proxy robo. Just a little bit further. I thought he was going to go for some War Prism play. The Immortal did help defensively, but not really. I think a recall would have been the play for Mr. Creature. I mean, it sucks to lose it when you don't want to, but realistically, that would have helped the push earlier, and he could have just kind of joined up together going across the map. And we shall see. Wait, did these guys jump in the game already? Oh, no. Oh, shoot. That's my bad. Ha. Coin flip again. We have to jump servers. Rip. Welcome, JLT. Oh, man. So what are we going to see? Are we going to see a PvP or PvT finals? We got... I think we have possibility of both. Obviously, we have Geralt, who's very strong. Nicaract, also very strong. And in this one, let's see what happens. Christianer is leading in 2-0. Is he going to clean sweep in a 3-0? Is Creature going to take it back? Creature is playing pretty well today. A little bit of strange decisions in game number 2, however, in this series. But anyway, we are moving on to game number 3. Oh, sorry. Spawning in the upper right, down 2 points on Tropical Sacrifice. Give it up for Creature in the red. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Blazer Esports, it is Christianer in the pink. All right, we have a low ground setup from Creature. Christianer still set up for the high ground two-gate opener. He's probably expecting to block off. Let's see what Creature decides to do. Going down, he is going to get his gateway pretty quickly. And, yeah, Christianer actually made one great... He could one gate on the... high ground, but I highly doubt it. It teased a possibility, though. Yeah, I'm pretty confident Christianer's going to get a bit of a block. It's funny, usually you have a Stargate reaction in said case, but you don't have to go Stargate in that if you're blocked off. Truth be told, another gateway down means gateway production. If you're already planning on going into Blink or Robo, but usually if you're gonna get your Nexus down pretty close anyway. At the same time, it is going to be a 2-gate for Christianer. See if he has any cheeky player. Oh, Creature actually scaring away the probe for now at a pretty good distance, but we're a ways away from taking a Nexus just yet. because we did double gas and pylon for creature. Still, you can get one pretty early. Oh, Christianer going for proxy pylon, but it's going to be scouted by creature either way from both sides. Oh, look at this. What a Chad. Christianer dropping a robotics facility right in the center of the map, right in front of him. Does creature decide to take the Nexus anyway? No, he does not. He's going for shield battery first. Christianer does have to probe out a stalker coming right now. Truthfully, 2 adept opener. Interesting stuff from Christianer. Wouldn't mind to see a Nexus come down from creature after all, but he can push. There's 2 adepts. When I say push, to take out the robotics facility, but he needs to be prepared for whatever Christianer's pulling off. Probe is not in position just yet for a block. And it is going to be a Void Ray opener. Okay, I actually like this. And it's a Warp Prism from Christianer. Hello? Christianer going for 3 gates. He has 3-gate Robo going in with the Adept. So he may try to put Adept pressure in the front, or he's just going to load up in the Warp Prism, go into the main. The Void Ray is going to be a little helpful, but it's going to be a little bit away. Stalker actually in preparation for this a little bit. No, never mind. I thought he was going to patrol path it, but is not going to do so. He's anticipating an immortal, but that's not going to be what's happening. It is going to be a warp gate going right in with some micro adepts forcing a pull, and they are going to get probably up to 5 workers. Adept shade into the natural, but guess what? We don't have an Nexus. Void Rays and Stalkers are out, and yeah, we're getting some Stalkers on Christianer's front too, but a couple Void Rays are going to be kind of nice to deal with the Prism. That said, 3-gate Robo is going to mean more Stalkers, and actually, do we have a 4th gate? That was 4, yeah, it's 4-gate Robo. Christianer just using the Robo for a Warp Prism, and that's it. So there's a good amount of Stalkers. The prismatic alignment is activated. A couple Zealots trying to fight as well. Voider is actually doing a pretty good job here. Prismatic alignment scaring the units away. Would like to see a cancel on it so the cooldown is timed out, but we are not from creature. Christianer playing damn aggressive this game, and it is only 2-gate Stargate from creature. Neither player with an expansion. Oh no, he's going to try to drop a shield battery. Yeah, that Voider is dead. There's just too much DPS with the prismatic alignment on cooldown. This is looking very rough for creature. We may just see a 3-0 right here. Another Void Ray in production. He's going to retreat to the high ground, but that said, there goes 1 gate and probably the Cyber Core. It's in these cases. This is definitely a weird one, so it's 1 base to 1 base. And Void Rays just ain't what they used to be, folks. That 6-second cooldown, sorry, this 6-second build time that's increased, kind of like in 2019 days.
Who wants to have some fun?
Thank you for the humongous raid. Welcome, Raiders. And Christianer takes it in a 3-0 clean sweep.
Giddy up.
Hey, welcome slowly. Welcome, everybody. And we are going to move on to Geralt. And thank you so much, Bordy, as well. Jeez.
Giddy up.
All the raids today. Thank you for the follows. We are going into Geralt versus Nicarac.
Giddy up.
Stan on EU. Well, all the follows here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops, had a little bit of a mix up. These guys are going to be doing a Vetoes. Apologies for the foul alerts. I could remove this.
Giddy up.
And all I could say is this.
Excellent.
That is a Dave drawing of Mr. Burns.
Giddy up.
And Aristory won the random participation prize of $5 and some and at an OSC Elite Rewards Club pass for he was randomly selected. Thank you guys for all the follows. We are going to be moving on to our next series. We just need some veto. Actually, are they vetoed up? Let us see. I got to go to Europe. Geralt versus Nicaract. It is a best of 5. Thank you again. All right, let's see here. Very cool stuff. This should be a good one. And this is an EU only exchange of games. We will be moving on. Geez, I was running late today. All nervous we wouldn't have a clutch time, but we've had some banger games.
Giddy up.
We did catch Hanmano versus Creature, and that was a pretty decisive 3-0, but Creature played pretty well nonetheless against Christianer, who is our region tournament grinder. And if you guys want, just let me know if we need to remove the delay here. Anyway, here we are in a best of 5. This is a Psystorm Gaming versus Psystorm Gaming match. Reno in the bottom left, representing Psystorm. As I said, it is Geralt the Witcher in the blue, our Polish Protoss. And his opponent in the upper right, he's red. He's kind of like an anti-smoking supplement. Ironically, on the Dave's, the Dave stream, it is Nicaract. All right, let's see what we have here for our first game of the series on Data CD's Nuts. That's right, I say it. All right. Nicaract and Geralt both pretty honorable guys, but I'm curious to see what kind of builds we got. I wouldn't be surprised if Nicaract did some very heavy 2-base pressure. But that said, I have a feeling we're going to be into a pretty standard game, number 1. All right. Got a pretty standard scout from both. Geralt going for the Pylon Scout. Holy moly, all the follows. Thank you, guys. Alrighty. And for those of you in NA, or if you're traveling abroad, looking forward to meeting you in Atlanta. For those of you going to DreamHack Atlanta in person, for those that can, I do apologize, but it's going to be exciting. All right. Probe looks like he's in a lot of trouble. I think we had a little bit of missed micro from Geralt. Oh, he's going to keep it alive for a moment. But the Reaper is going to finish the job. So probably a little bit of a... It's a good read from Geralt, but still just on 1 gas for Nicaract. We may just see 3 racks, but no, he's going to go to a factory. Just a delayed 1-1-1 probably. Not delayed, but just not very aggressive going into some early Hellion pressure, presumably. Reaper's going to find his way in before an Adept is out. Let's see the probe micro from the G-Man, Mr. Geralt. Actually, he's doing a pretty good job here. Does lose some mining time, but is going to secure this. Adept, well, is going to shade around, and will we see the Reaper grenade trick on this wall? No. Oh, beautiful shade from Geralt. Does about as good a job as he can defend against the Reaper. It is a Twilight opener. It was scouted from the Reaper, I believe, as it jumped up the cliff. Low ground CC is going to complete. We're going to see an orbital command center here in a moment. Well, actually, we did starport first. There we go. There's the orbital. And it is going to be a blink opener from the G-Man, Mr. Geralt. How you guys all doing today? Adept going across the map. Oh, look at this. It is going to be a little bit of a push. Just a Hellion. The Reaper survived, so it is going to be a little bit impactful in this push. Stalker is going to help try to catch this. Oh, no, it's actually another Adept. I am a big fan of the double Adept opener in a Blink build when you're against the 1-1-1 like this. Actually, in any case, gives you some scouting vision, and when you're dealing with Hellions, hell, even Marines, you have a shot to get into the main base if you mess with the shades. So, a good play from Geralt. It gives you some gas to get that earlier blink as he did, but he is consequently going to have a delayed gate and robo. So Geralt going for the 4-minute third, which can be all right, but honestly, depending on the build, it can be a bit of a nuisance. Starport getting the tech lab after a nice drop. This is a pre-stim drop, which might get some good damage. The Adept is going to scout this out as it goes in. But that said, any earlier pressure against the Protoss with a lower gateway count is pretty nice. Blink is finished, though, in the second gateway there. Geralt's going to be able to warp in, but it's going to take him a minute to get up there. But, yeah, Nicarak actually wisely not risking it yet. Oh, is he? He's going in with Afterburner, and he's going to jump on top of this. Medevac doing a good job, but again, no stim, no combat shields. It's going to be a Raven tank push behind this. The 3-1-1 follow-up. Actually beautifully executed in just how this build is. He's not going for a very quick stim and combat shields, obviously. Going right into tanks and Ravens, but he is getting a nicely timed +1 for this. Geralt does have a third base, and, well, I'm not sure if Nicarak realizes that. He hasn't really gotten a scout. He is going to on the third just now with this Marine, so now he's going to identify it. And actually, well, no, he's going for the Zelnaga Watchtower. Maybe in anticipation of a push. But realistically, nope, Hellion's going in. Oh my god, the defensive Geralt. Caster man missing that. I'm ripping off Steadfast there. We use the Caster man. All right.
Giddy up.
I might get rid of the alerts. Dave normally does not do that. You can use the commands. This is part of the stream. But the alerts, I mean, it is on a delay, so it could hack up the game. Anyway, stim and combat shields, about 50% done. Obviously, combat shield is going to finish a little quicker here. And we have a decent defensive position, though just one tank on the low ground for a Nicarak. Nicarak is getting a couple Widow Mines out, which could be helpful, but we do have Colossi, Extended Thermal Lance, and Charge coming from Geralt, who does have a Forge, but he has certainly a good amount of Stalkers to put a little pressure on. Obviously, has to be careful in the engagement, but we do have a lot of energy on this Raven. Observer is going to be scouted. The push is going to be scouted. And, wow. Okay, we get some Widow Mines sieged up. Geralt just trying to get the pressure. Oh, look at this. Okay, I love this. Out of Nicarak. He's got a third CC just finishing up now, so he did go for a third CC build. Geralt getting a couple gates. Extended Thermal Lance killing something. I actually didn't see what that was. That was kind of funny. But this drop is going to go right into the third. It's not an Artosis pylon. We do have a shield battery, but the unit's kind of out of position. There's just a Colossi and some Zealots, which Charge is going to complete, which are a little disjointed. Nicarak could probably... Oh, he's just going to push. Oh, nice Blink Stalker play. Catches a couple Widow Mines. He's going to get workers at the third base, but has to retreat. Or rather, would be a smart decision from Geralt to retreat from this. He is going to blink back. Okay, a little bit of Marine Stalker pressure on the third. Pretty common stuff. He is going to pick up a few Zealots as they are warped in. There's nothing that shoots up for the moment back home. However, Geralt actually going in for a little bit of a pincer. The Blink Stalkers are forced to retreat, but the Marine tank, Widow Mine, Marauder push with the Raven is coming out.
Imagine Protoss.
Imagine Protoss. Okay, yeah, some of my stuff's a little scuffed on stream because we updated the new OBS and I'm repopulating my bot. Actually, I have a new one. I do like this push. All right, this is actually a very good push from Nicorak. See, the interference matrix is going to leave this Colossi in some trouble, but nice warp in from Geralt at the right moment. Oh, the Widow Mine doing some good damage. And guess what? Not a lot of units, but we do get a little bit of a drop into the main base from Nicorak. Nicorak is down an army supply. He is going into +1 in enhanced shockwave. Geralt going into +2 ground weapons. And does have a Templar Archives going down. He does have the 3 Colossi, so that begins the story of Disruptor production. Okay. And he did manage to eke out a 4th base. I gotta love it. I don't... The Scouter Factory? Question mark? Hello? Oh my god, this is too funny. Yeah, this is being... Talk about being caught in between a rock and a hard place.
Giddy up.
These two medevacs are just like, well... We got a lot of lives on the line here. But if we go west, there's no way to escape this. You gotta love when that happens. Nice push from Nicorak again, but his army supply is just not there. And we got a lot of tier 3 units from Protoss. But this push actually could save the 2 medevacs. That was a... I don't think that happened, though. Geralt's in a scary position in terms of army supply and workers. He already has his 4 bases. We got some long-distance mining for Nicorak. I think Geralt's just going to be able to A-move pretty soon. Nice Widow Mine placement. Funnily enough, for scouting and for some vision. All right. We do have the 4 CC finishing up for Nicorak.
Giddy up.
All right, guys. I'm probably going to disable this alert. But thank you all for the follows. I'll read it all off at the end of the stream. I did have a late start today, so we missed a bit of the beginning. Oh, that Disruptor just falls short. And let's take a look how many are in here with us. Do we have Storm? We do have Psionic Storm. Psionic Storm is with us as well. And Ghost be damned. Oh, nice EMPs. And, well, Nicorak with a nice stim away, but I think a little bit of luck was on his side as just Geralt disengaged for a moment. Wow, look at this play from Nicorak. Nicorak does eat a storm, however. I mean, he's doing a great job kiting the disruptors, but there's just so much Protoss. The storm lands in. Stalker's in here. He's trying to get as much as he can. Let's see how many racks he's on. He is on only 5 racks with his. GG is called Geralt. Cleaning house in game number 1. But a great battle from both. I'm here to backseat game and chew bubblegum. You go right ahead. And bear with me. I am going to... Actually, am I going to be able to disable the alerts? Here we go. Okay, seeds 2 and 3 are facing off right now, by the way. This is career best for both these guys. And that can be found on the world rankings. You know what? But yeah, greatly appreciated, everybody. So, we'll see what happens here. On game number 2. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Inside and Out, representing Psystorm Gaming into blue. Give it up for our Polish Witcher Protoss. It is Geralt. And his opponent in the bottom left. Give it up for our Psystorm Gaming, a red parent player. It is Nicorak. Let's see what these guys bring us in game. Numero dos. Nicorak may change it up and go for like 3 racks or a 2 base push. We'll see what happens. Curious to see the builds. And Geralt, I have a feeling he's going to open Blink. Alrighty. Well, as it stands, it is going to be a pretty standard opener so far. Let's see if we get a double gas out of Nicaract, which could be a big tell too. He could go for Barracks Factory like TVT. A little delayed CC, which obviously means some early aggression, but I don't think we're going to see that just yet. You can tell I'm from the NA servers, guys. I cast the ESL EPT Americas and Asia. That said, I do not do the EU because of... I normally be from time from work, but also I just, you know, we have a lot of casters there, obviously. It's pretty typically anyway in the past. Well, little probe harass here going down. CC on the low ground as well. And it is going to be a pretty standard opener from both players. Well, it's the more macro-based opener, I should say. So we'll see what happens this game. I'm curious to see if Nicaract changes up his build order, but I think it is going to be another 1-1-1. But that does not mean this isn't going to be a 2-base all-in. And we're seeing a lot more of it lately. Some pretty good Terran timing attacks, but game 1, Gerald held everything pretty nicely. A little bit off. Okay, Marine is going to scare away the probe, but it did do a good job of delaying CC for a moment. Reaper is not going to do too much. Chilling here, actually. Gerald's just going to shade out. Second Adept on the way. Reaper may be able to get a probe kill before the shield battery gets in. Does get one. Gets a little zap. Reno and the Adept's going to come back in. The second one, that is. Oh, no, the CC didn't finish. That little delay is going to be a problem. The probe still survived. One Marine just ain't going to do it. Yeah, this CC is going to finish, but at what cost? Oh, man, that Adept is cleaning house. 2 kills on the Adept. At the same time, the Reaper gets a couple kills. The Reaper has returned to help fight. We're losing workers early here.
Giddy up.
This is not too much. Oh, boy. I'm going to try to at least... Let's see if I can get rid of that. Thank you all for the follows. Again, I never do that, but as Roddy says, it can be quite annoying at times for you guys, and it does interrupt the tournament. So, yeah, seeds 2 and 3 going here in a career best for OSC. And you can find that again on SC2Online.com. Oh, I love this Adept play. This is just... Gerald with the Adepts today. This is absolutely huge. He is going to catch the Reaper. Nice grenade at the end, but unfortunately a little too late. But that Reaper did... I think that Reaper got its value. He was annoying. Trades, though. Gerald is catching... It's 2 workers for 2 workers. Gonna be a nice... oh, I like this. All right, so between the pressure of the Marines going to chase down and catch the Adept... Wait, the probe's going out. I think Gerald was planning on proxying. Yeah, okay, he's going to be annoying at least, but there's going to be a Hellion drop in the main base. There's a shield battery, however. Well, 2 shield batteries, but he might actually get some good value. Gerald's still going to drop the pylon. What a madman. The Marines are chasing it down. They know it's somewhere. They don't catch the proxy pylon. Gerald going for blink. But this medevac is going to come in. There's nothing in position here. The shield battery helps, but with 3... Hellions, that's a bit of a problem. Nice Sim City though is going to deflect the Hellions from a lot of this, but a pickup and drop can take care of it. All right, nice little push out from the Marines. We'll see what's going on here. Third base going down for draw. Playing not super greedy, but that's enough Marines where it forces a cancel. That's 100 minerals down to tubes. The Hellion's going to drop in the back, but Blink has completed for Gerald. Gerald actually getting a proxy gate as well, so he is going into a 4-gate blink of sorts. And these Marines don't have stim or combat shields, so a few units could actually fight this pretty well. Nice micro from Gerald. He is going to clean this up. And yeah, this is a very good game. I mean, honestly, Nickrak's done a good job of being a nuisance, and the Marine push was good. Funnily enough, he saw the probe making a proxy, but wasn't in preparation for it. That said, there is a tank out, and we are into 3-1-1. We did have that reactor switch again. I would have liked to seen another siege tank. And we have a donation, which I cannot see because the alerts. Thank you, whoever donated.
_Mighty_Zealot donated $6.
Well,
a small bit of help.
Thank you for the $6, my friend. Greatly appreciated right now. We have been full-time Dave streamer for quite a while now. So any support is appreciated here. Thank you very much. And sorry you didn't get to see the Kramer alert. This is quite the fight. That's a lot of stalkers, and unfortunately Stim didn't finish. Combat shields finished up, which will help a little. Yeah, there are a couple marauders in the fight too to give a hand, but no medevacs to help out. Okay, finally we had some cleanup over here. 3 probes did go down before the 3 Hellions. The trades in favor of Geralt. Oh my god, the medevac survived? Hello? When does this happen? Let's go, chat. I would like to see a little repair on that. I mean, that's just your lucky medevac right there. But that said, somebody's out of position if there's any high ground for draw, which there isn't. Oh, man. What a close one. That is a lot of Widow Mines, though. All right. Nickrak going to get a little bit of a push, but Stalkers are going to blink away here for Geralt. This is... okay. We still have the 3rd CC, 5 racks going on. Infantry armor, +1 on the way. We do have a double forge follow-up with Storm. Psionic Storm build for Geralt. Kind of a strange game. We had the 4-gate blink without a robo opener. Obviously a proxy gate with it, so we've kind of ended up in a weird spot. We're into Psionic Storm. I like Storm builds, but this is going to be a ghost build with the 1 eBay out of Nickrak. Both players kind of delayed a bit on their bases, but Geralt does have a 3rd, which finally went down. Oh my god, he's going for a 4th base, and there is going to be a drop. Luckily, Geralt is going to be able to scout this as the probe doesn't drop the pylon, so that actually saves him money and time. He is going to have to cancel this 4th. I think that was a big greedy from Geralt. Nickrak now with the army supply lead, and he hasn't started enhanced shockwaves for his ghost. So not having that EMP upgrade, the enhanced shockwaves, as the game scales can be kind of rough. But right now, Nickrak is leading in terms of army supply. We are going to see 1-1 on the way for our Protoss player. No Colossus, no Disruptors, obviously, without a Robo Opener. But Geralt is going to take the 3 o'clock position, blue base. And, yeah. That is it. All right, we do have a couple Archons on the way for the G-Man. The Sim City, vamos. Oh, thank you for the follows as well. Again. Well. Geralt with 69 supply, which is, you know, we gotta say it, it's nice. It isn't gonna matter. Shield battery getting dumpstered in on first. And Nickrak's just gonna pounce on this natural mineral line. Some Zealots are gonna be warped in. Ultimately clean up the Widow Mine. Not finding much value there, of course. We don't have an armory with this build, of course. We are going to have a Robo Bay finally on the way, because everything is. I think 1-1 is going to finish. Luckily for Geralt, that is going for him, and he does have a 4th base, but it's not defended. Yeah, Geralt's way disjointed. All right, nice Storms, kind of. Ish. Okay, he's got Storms on the medevacs. That oddly worked out really well for Geralt. It's 3 medevacs, one's loaded, another's in danger. But the drop in the main's doing a good job. Nickrak now losing his momentum in terms of army supply advantage. And he is down a base, but he is still getting some value behind this. The 71 to 54 workers, and there is a fourth base going down at the natural behind this drop. Going to clean this up. There you see it. Funnily enough, the proxy's been unscouted, and 2-2 is on the way for Geralt. Yeah, Nicarak is forgetting enhanced shockwave. That could be a game ender. Okay, we do see the proxy is going to be cleaned up, but Geralt is going to push out. Yeah, this is not looking good for Nicarak if he doesn't remember it. I do like the concussive shells, but it's a 1 eBay build. He went in literally with the intent for Ghost, as you see. So without that upgrade, it could be huge. And it's unlucky sometimes when you lose the tech advantage. Oh, some units are going to go down. Oh, they're Ghost at that. It's a lot of money down the tubes. Let's take a look here. Everything equalizing out, but this fourth base is in jeopardy. He's going to attempt the planetary. I don't know if I agree with that too much. Nice EMPs regardless, but there are some pretty nice juicy storms still from our Protoss player. We don't see any splits on the Ghost again. This is a wild one. All right, let's take a look at the army size. Tipping in, it's kind of back and forth. Nicarak's economic lead from the Mulehammer and the destruction of a ton of probes is going to go down. The observer out's going to help Geralt clean up these battered Widow mines. And yeah, we are going on. This could go either way still. This truthfully could go either way still. Okay, behind it, we did end up going into double eBay. Again, would like to see enhanced shockwaves at any time. Just at this stage of the game, you need that ENP boost as a Terran. Geralt at the same time is clawing his way back in. Nicarak with 79 workers, though. He has the econ lead still. Geralt going for another robo, so he is going to keep pumping out just disruptors. I actually like the strategy of going more disruptors at this point and skipping the Colossi, because, oh my god, he's just landed some beautiful connects today. Yeah, I might say Geralt's got balls. He's got the balls. All right, nice stem forward. And yeah, we'll see what's happening. War Prism right here. Hello, Marines. Hello. There we go. It is going to be cleaned up. And yeah, kind of a dicey engagement here. There's Planetary Fortress, but not a lot of bio. Funnily enough, the army supply is even for the moment. Nice Widow Mine's going to help soften up the Zealots, but this is going to be a little bit of a Protoss sandwich as the Stalkers blinking behind. Disruptors jumping on top of some of this. Widow Mine's here. Nicarak now losing a lot of army. Those Disruptors coming in clutch. Poor Geralt. Oh, this Zealot run by the third is pretty nice, but meanwhile we have an engagement going on with not a lot of units for our Terran player. He's got a lot of medevacs, but that's about it. Disruptor does find a few Marines, and every trade is getting rougher, but we do have infantry weapons and armor finishing up infantry weapons just a little bit before, of course, because the eBay was behind, but 16 workers fell for Nicarak, evening out the workers now. The game is damn close. In terms of tech, though, I'm not going to keep saying it, folks, but you already know what's missing, and it would make a huge impact into the game. All right. Let us see what we got going on here. More High Templar, too. Okay, Nicarak's trying to make a push to the right to get that fifth base, rather. No, that was the fourth. The fifth has been taken at 12 o'clock from Geralt. We are losing. Oh my god, these Novas, but beautiful splits or not, Geralt just had all the tools. The amazing storms. Like, that was actually a pretty decent set of splits, but Geralt just had too much. Disruptors and storms. Going with the full Protoss amount of, well, actually, yeah, this drop did nothing, too. Geralt's just everywhere. He's got Colossi out now. Yeah, he does have extended thermal lance, too. Terran player going into 3-3, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, no, Nicarak. He is taking some rough engagements. He just doesn't have enough to take care of the Disrupty boys. He's on against a 5-base Protoss now, too. And it's looking like Geralt is inching forward. Geralt does have 3-3 already. So we have... Yeah, it was close. Geralt was eking back the upgrades and macroing behind this, but realistically, he skipped the Colossus first, and I think that was a brilliant play when he had Cyanic Storm and Disruptors. That's just a lot to contend with for any Terran. Nicaract is no slouch, though, so it could go either way. But now it's looking very much in Geralt's favor. Yeah, the Supla do not lie. I think we're going to see it pretty soon here as Geralt blinks forward. GG is called, and he is going to take game number 2. Hey, thank you, Gallagher, and thank you, everybody, again, and the Zealot A-Mover. I apologize. I turned off the alerts. I'll leave the alerts on this one here, just in case. Yeah, we have a lot of people from Mr. Wardy and the Cranky Ducklings and Majesty. Yeah, we didn't have enhanced shockwaves, unfortunately, for our Terran player. Can we go into a reverse sweep, bringing us to game 5 at least? I'm hoping for that. I think we're going to see the spice here. Hoping we're seeing the spice here out of Nicaract. Geralt's a very good defensive player, but one thing we can say... buddy of mine or not, there is a little bit of predictability to him. I tried so far. I got so hard. Oh my god, Bob Dole's pen. Interesting stuff in chat, that's for sure. I literally got up late for this and was like, all right, we're late. So Dave was just awake and getting right into this. So usually I go through a cough and fit in the morning, which I'm trying to hide here with some muting. All right, anyway. Moving on to game number 3. If Geralt takes this, he advances to the finals to fight Christianer. Anyway, his opponent... Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, it is Geralt. Both players from Psystorm Gaming, and his opponent in the bottom right, it is Nicaract. Back again for game number 3. Yeah, Geralt's got the biggest balls of them all. You've called the chat. All right, SCV, it looks like he's go. Yeah, we're gonna see a proxy. Let's go. Probably going to be Proxy Reaper, but we might see something cheeky. Truthfully, I wouldn't have hated to see, or hate to see, rather the... Oh, wow, this is a time where Geralt's going for a Gate Scout, too. Well, it's going to be a 1-1-1. Never mind. Could be like... yeah, it's more than likely going to be a 1-1-1 out of Nicaract. You could see something spicy like 3-Rax Reaper, but I highly doubt it. I mean, TVP, that's a dice roll at this level. Especially against a player like Geralt. But I was going to say, exploiting the fact that Geralt tends to like playing on a low gate count earlier on. And typically, anyway, he more than likely is going to be on a 1 gate. Expand and into, well, obviously having 1 gate expand, but with a 2-gate third base at 4 minutes. He's pretty predictable on this. All right, we are going to see the bunker going down, the fast Reaper coming in from location, and a decent little bit of SimCity from Nicaract. Still could, this SCV could still be taken down. I like the 3 probe roll, but you have that little nook for Nicaract where you can try to mess around with the RNG, and is going to buy some time. The bunker is going to take some hull damage though, but the Reaper is going to come out. SCV trying to get its way in here. Oh boy, this actually may not finish. Reaper man is out. Does the bunker finish? That is the question. A Zealot is forced out, and the bunker does finish. I see. Oh, beautiful micro from Nicaract. Nicaract is going to make his way in. It's a Zealot. I think he's going to be able to find some probe value here, at least some lost mining time, if nothing else. as he's damn annoying with the Reaper. That Stalker is on the way. Yeah, he's getting lots of little trades in terms of lost income. That's at Geralt going for a proxy as well. Another Reaper coming out. Reaper is going to find its way into the bunker. That SCV is in a lot of trouble. Oh, look at that. That is saved just at the right time. A just-in-time save. And, well, the barracks is going to try to be chased down by the Zealot. But is it actually just a little bit of a debate from Geralt? I do like the two Reapers. Behind it, we do have the factory. Geralt going for a proxy gate. And, well, what is Nicorak doing? I feel like that was a little bit of a throw. He did lose a Reaper. Does kill the Stalker, though. Okay, so that was worth. That was definitely worth in terms of trading. Oh, man. One shield battery, two shield batteries, gonna fall. Oh, actually, that's a kill, not a cancel for Geralt. Nicorak may be clawing his way back, but it is a 2-gate proxy from Geralt. He's doing the best he can. He wants to find some counter aggression, hoping that his opponent is not ready just yet, but there's gonna be Widow Mines to defend. All right, we do have a CC finally coming down from Nicorak, being extra aggressive with these Reapers. Just on 1 racks at that. Very cool stuff. Another Stalker falls, though, for Geralt. And he is mining on 1 base. He's losing stuff, so that extra gateway count may not matter as much. He is going to... Oh, looks like we might lose another Reaper. Oh, beautiful micro from Nicorak. With that said, there's going to be a Widow Mine drop, and it's going to scout the double proxy. Are the Stalkers just going to end the life? Nicorak's not paying attention. He's the... Oh, just the last second he afterburns out. What a crazy game. My God. This game is a banger if there ever was one. Oh, the Mighty Zealot. There it is. I'm sorry. Thank you, the Mighty Zealot. Now that I got it, because I turned off the alerts for the $6 donation, by the way. I just... A little tired here, but these games are bangers. This one especially, we finally have a little bit of extra spicy meatballs. There's going to be a robo follow-up for... I need to be a robo follow-up, basically. Geralt's in a lot of trouble. These are cloaked Widow Mines behind this. There's just so much... A little bit of a clown fiesta here. We still have 2 Widow Mines there. Oh, another one doesn't split. Nope, it's going to be cleaned up. There's no way that mine lives. Yeah, it is going to fall. Reapers still doing the work on the Nexus. Looks like it is going to go down. And, my God, there's so many Widow Mines. Jeez, this has to be illegal. Are we sure Nicorak's not an A player here today? Jeez. Yeah, he wants to come back. He has to do a lot, and I don't blame him for taking these risks in game number 3, because if he loses this, Geralt just advances. I hope for a 5-game series, because I think we're going to see it kick up a notch. Geralt even with the sneaky 2-gate proxy, but it's all Widow Mines. So now we're going to see some Adepts come in. Geralt pushing across the map. Obviously, we don't have Blink. There is a Widow Mine, or sorry, an Observer, and it's going to be a Liberator follow-up. Funnily enough, the pathing's right over the proxy, so everything's scouted. And we do have room for more damage. Oh, another Reaper coming out, but Nicorak's not microing it. Sacrificial Reaper. Look at this Sim City, though. In one hand, it leaves some room. I don't even know what to make of this game now. This is getting a little crazy here, folks. Oh, my good lord. Liberator. Getting some good damage. Not the greatest, but still 4 worker kills is all right. And he is forcing a recall. Just out of harm's way. The Liberator's just going to chill there for a minute. Buying him some time. Geralt with a pretty big force. But at the same time, Nicorak's got the lead, and he's got the tools. He's going to have Stim pretty soon, too. Does have actually a couple tanks out. Is kind of nice. He's finally going to be able to mine. Geralt literally barely kept this base alive. Widow Mine is out, but there are observers everywhere, so these Stalkers should be able to clean it up. All right, the Adept's actually doing the work. Wow, that's actually so smart. He loses 3 workers. If nothing else, to friendly fire. But there's plenty of Adepts here for Geralt. Problem is there's Widow Mines and tanks. Stem is finishing up. We got to cancel on the bunker for Nicarac. He knows he doesn't need to do much. In fact, he can take out 2-gate production, which would be a massive loss for Geralt. He's going to build more to go for an all-in now. Geralt is down on army supply. The window of time to kill this is ending, but some of the Widow Mines are going down. That's where Nicarac's army supply has been in, but he's been transitioning into Bile. Honestly, in this time, because of where he's at, I wouldn't hate him to go right into concussive shells because of how fast it researches. Actually, yeah, because of how fast it researches compared to combat shields and stem and the marauder count. Geralt obviously in a bit of... he's going in for zealots. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-base all-in from Geralt as a counter attack, which I don't hate. Liberator is going to be able to get a few mineral patches at the natural. All right, Nicarac is going to shut down 2-gate production. There is a War Prism. I don't think he saw it. Nicarac, with nothing to defend in the main base, means a lot of Zoomy boys are going to be a bit of trouble. Nicarac going to kill the gateways. And, yeah, this War Prism is going to go in. Oh, we do see a few units gathering up, so he does have something. He's going to scare that War Prism back, but there is an assault from the north. That said, no medevacs here with the army, but Nicarac's got... He has the tools available to deal with this. It's just this drop. Okay, he's smartly leaving some Marines and a couple Marauders to at least scare it away a bit. Adept's coming in, getting some good value, but nice boys pull surrounding it, and the tank is going to help a bit, but this time Nicarac's a little wiser and unsieges the tank, finding some good value. This is Diamond players? No, this is Geralt and Nicarac are like 6.5k. Puncher of Kittens, that was pretty funny. If you're a jokester, my friend. All right, pylon going down, and a lot is getting cleaned up. Shield battery overcharge. Doesn't matter because it's going down. No, it looks like Nicarac does it. GG, and we're gonna have a game number 4. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Chewy, by the way. My good friend Chewy in chat as well. I got to find out if I have another tournament I might be doing, too. All right. Yeah, it does look like a Diamond League game. I got you for sure. For sure. Puncher of Kittens, that totally makes sense. All right. Now, one thing I will say is we do catch a lot of finals and a lot of open cups throughout the community of Geralt and Christianer. It's almost tradition to see the two Polish Protoss fighters. I don't know. They're just like, they're always grinding. They're always playing it to make it there. But Nicarac has cleaned house quite a bit, and plenty of tournaments I've hosted, even like the Chicken Man Test Opens with Chicken Man and I, etc. We do see this outcome quite a bit, but definitely a good showing and a lot of good games today. Hopefully I can bother some of the players from some of the earlier games, because usually the opening games could be pretty dicey in terms of the spice level. Geralt just needs a minute, so bear with us. And I'm glad you guys seem to be enjoying the games by and large. We haven't scared everybody away just yet, so. All right, folks. Bear with me. Oh, shit. That's, I have a feeling this game's gonna be absolutely nutso. Are we gonna see some big game play out of Nicarac, like a heavy hitting, couple base punch like Hero Marine does out of Nicarac? That's what I'm wondering. And just so you guys know, these guys are both teammates of mine. But I'm a little biased for this guy because of the heart and dedication this dude always has in StarCraft. And I'm finally going to meet him. I guess he's going to Atlanta. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Moondance. Give it up for Psystorm Gaming's Geralt. And also a gentleman and a scholar from Psystorm Gaming as well. Just like Dave. In the red, it is Nicarac. Too funny. Banger of a series for sure. Can Nicarac bring it back? Whatever the outcome, you know, who do I root for? It's teams. They're all immediately looking for proxies. The real hustle. Well, you know, it's probably a bad idea because you guys can hear me light up on, you know. And it's disgusting to smoke inside. It's disgusting to smoke, period. Let's be real here. But that said, no, it's not done for the tasteless rasp. I've had the stupid decisions as a young lad to start smoking earlier. Never had the willpower to do it. It's going to be a Nexus before Core for Geralt, which is a dicey move a bit, but he sees it's going to be a standard opener from Nicarac. Again, well, depending on what the build is, I actually would like to see 3 racks from Nicarac as a follow-up, because depending on what Geralt does, what he scouts, but if it appears pretty standard, we're probably going to see a 1-gate Twilight opener and a 2-gate, and a fast third, which leaves a lot of room to punish that as a Terran. I don't think we're going to see that, though. We got the reactor coming down. We're probably going to see that factory coming soon. No quick second gas. But anything is possible, realistically. Almost on time, Dave? What do you mean? Oh, never mind. Geralt might do something cheeky here. He's going to go proxy Stargate. All right, I do like this. This is going to be another banger of a game. So we're going to probably see a proxy Oracle come out here. It is going to be 3 racks. All right, I like it. And with a proxy Stargate, though, it'll find some more value, possibly. The 1-2 punch from Nicarac can come out. It's not going to be a very fast third, likely from Geralt, but we'll see. Obviously, not going to be Phoenix Colossus, I would imagine. But he does have delayed warp gate even, so a lot of bio, a quicker stim, a quicker combat shields, and a quicker +1 can be quite nice. If it was Phoenix Colossus, I always feel like this is the safest play for... Not the safest, I'm just a huge fan of 3 racks versus a lot of non... Like, you basically have the possibility of maybe dying to some... really, if you really try to go for fast Colossus, or you're going into Robo or Dark Templar, it does leave you a bit exposed, but it is just a very good build. This is, yeah, we're gonna see something out of Geralt. What's he doing? Is he gonna 2-base? Is Geralt going in to be the clown this game? Do we see Krusty the Clown here? Is he going for another proxy? What? Wait, what is this probe doing? Okay, the 3 adapts kind of indicating something spicy's up, and probably Stargate. We do see a missile turret coming, but we are going to get some probe kills, or SCV kills rather, from Geralt. The adepts being annoying. Oh my god, they're actually going to get some value. Forcing a retreat, and the shade just completed. You might say Geralt is a bit of a shady guy in game number 2. I'm confused. Okay, what happened to that probe? I'm really confused. Question mark? I think that was a misclick or misrally. Yeah, Nicorac's 19, yes. Clem's little brother. True. True. All right, Adept's trying to shade in. Oh, just kidding. Supply depots are raised. Third base going down a little later. Jarrell actually responding in kind pretty good, not rushing a third base. He could actually be a nuisance and warping more units. He's just going to keep the Adept pressure on. There are a couple Marines to greet the other Adept too. Nicorac's going to push forward. Man, Jarrell is doing a great job of this. Oh, beautiful from Nicorac. He does see the... Oh, did he get there in time? He wants... Oh, gets the stasis ward. There are a couple sentries here. Forces a cancel. Actually... This is a bit of a tough fight for Nicorac. All right, more coming in here. Double Oracle on the way for Geralt. There is a missile turret in each base, but double Oracle could still find some value. We do have some Marines here too, which could help to deflect this, but they're a little out of position. Oh, it's a stasis ward. Well, in honor of Wardy, a stasis Wardy. And by the way, I don't know you that well, but just from your name. Puncher of Kittens. Not a big fan of the Punchers of Kittens. I happen to be a cat guy here, but it is a funny name nonetheless. I always have a soft spot for ridiculous chat names. Oh my god, Oracle is going down. How you doing? I'm gonna go, don't worry, I will be mentioning all the thank yous for follows, etc. after all this is over. I know Casterman number 2. I'm Casterman Jr., by the way. See, I'm not cool enough to be from Ontario like the other Dave Caster. I'm New York Dave, you know? I can't say that I've got socks older than Steadfast, but I'm a little older than Steadfast. All right, anyway, we're derailing here. Fourth base is going to finish for Geralt at a good time. He's now looking pretty good. I like the 3 racks, but had we seen this in like game number 2 or game number 1, it would have been the best build. It is very unlucky this is played out like this for Nicorac. He's not out just yet, but Psionic Storm's on the way. We have upgrades for Geralt. It's kind of situational. There's even a photon cannon with a battery, and only 2 really drained medevacs, and a lot of this bio is going to get cleaned up. It's not looking too good for Nicorac. Geralt even still getting damage with the oracles. Up. The stasis wardy has landed. Fourth base is in jeopardy for Geralt, but is it? A lot of units. Psionic Storm's about to pop here. If we need to target flare the High Templars. It's a tough call because there's so many stalkers. Some zealots joining the fight. GG. And it looks like we have a PvP final, but very well played by Nicorac nonetheless. That was a little bit of a situational, I wouldn't say a build order counter. Kind of a situational build order counter. That was a little unexpected. And we're going to take a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not go anywhere. We have the finals coming up. It is going to be Geralt versus Christiana. I'm sure this is going to be a banger. This could go either way. We've seen the upset of DreamHack. Sadly, Geralt, it was like upset after upset after upset in the regionals where we had Geralt 2-0ing Showtime and Cyril. And then only to fall to his buddy and arch nemesis, Christiana. So this is actually a pretty good one. Give us just a few minutes and we're gonna get going. Very well played by Nicorac still nonetheless. And Creature making it to the semifinals as well. I think I'm only teasing you, Puncher Kittens. All right, guys. So while I'm waiting real quick, Java Loco, Timco PS, Rodin, Angry Smurf 53, Zenixra, Hot Mamas, LT Cage, Damn Wow SC, Farida 124, whatever, Eat Me Raw, Smotch 75, Velvet Hammer TV, Amstellian, Ancient Casual, Danny Levitron, Lucas BMTs, Wibber King, Don Ho2, Ittery Agovi, and Iskari. Thank you for the follows. I will be right back in a minute.
Giddy up. Giddy up.
All right, I'm not going to lie. I got some coffee brewing here. Oh, I forgot the smokes, too. All right, here we go. We got our games. We got our games. How you doing, Saffron? How you guys doing? Sorry. We're going right in. Let's go. Welcome, Benya. Thank you for the follow. M4XKO and Benya 23. All right, let's go on to game number 1 of, I believe, I'm going to say it's a best of 5, but I think it's a best of 7 finals. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, representing Psystorm Gaming in the blue. Give it up for Geralt. Geralt of Psystorm. And his opponent in the upper left, representing Blazer Esports in the pink. It is our other Polish Protoss. Give it up for Christianer. On Moondance. They're going to be moonwalking on Moondance, or are we just going to go for, looks to be a 2-gate setup from both. As of now. Thank you for the follow, Maybola. All right, let's see what we got going on here. We do have Mr. Probius going out for a little Scouterino. And it is going to be just that, a 2-gate from both players. We'll see Christianer spice it up a little more than Geralt on the 1-gates and when these two are against each other. But for Moondance, personally, I don't hate this. It's kind of like Cosmic Sapphire. You're always going to see pretty much a 2-gate expand on the high ground in Cosmic Sapphire, but the same with Moondance. You do have a little bit wider of a ramp, but it's kind of smart to take a high ground, even if you're 1-gating. I've seen Max Packs do it even on this map, so it is not too shabby. Little probe harass from Geralt. Is he going to do the pylon block? That's the question. Nah, it doesn't look to be so. When I say the pylon block, Geralt likes to take a mineral patch and trap a couple probes and force some lost mining time on one whole mineral patch. It's kind of a cheeky, fun play to see. And he will do it from time to time. It looks like he might actually be trying to do it. He is trying to do it. I think Christianer is wise to this. No, he's stealing it. Yeah, look it. He totally is trying to do just what I was saying. All right, so he's going to drop the pylon to get his little bit of scouting information on what units are coming out. It's going to be a double adept opener from Christianer. He is going into Twilight, however, so looks to be Blink just with a double adept opener, kind of mind gaming Mr. Geralt a little bit. Geralt leaves the pylon, actually. So Christianer is going to push out with the 2 adepts. Does get his first shade, and, well, the adepts are scouted by Geralt with both stalkers. Adept's going to shade to the right, so they are going to make their way in. But we got a little health damage on the adepts. I say health because they're biological. They ain't no robots. All right, let's see here. It is a best of 5. Thank you, Eddie. Greatly appreciated. Gene Sims doing great. Pikachu seems to be having fun. Chat, I hope you all are having a fantastic day. All right. Christianer is going to expand behind this. Nonetheless, Geralt actually taking a good fight and followed by the 2 probes going to help win the fight here. He may lose this. The 2 adepts forced to retreat back home, though. Does take some pressure off Geralt, but that pylon actually significantly delayed his nexus amongst other things. The shield battery to block the adepts, etc. Geralt is very delayed. I would have rather seen some aggressive play for a bit. But we shall see it. Hey, thank you for the follow. Suit you. All right, stalkers are going to be pushing on out here. And we shall see. You know something, guys? I just got to say, speaking of Wardy, talk about a guy I wish I got to see at Atlanta. Mr. Wardy would be is up there on my list of people to hang out with one of these days at some LAN. for just a bit. He is a bit of a fun guy. All right. I'm like a Tinder match? Oh my god, that's fucking funny. Excellent name, excellent follow-up. All right. We do have some Blinky boys going on in. From Cristiano. Geralt just has Blink started. Shield battery's not done yet either. He does have a couple sentries. Blink will be useful to save this, but got... Oh, that was a beautiful snipe on Geralt's Stalker in the front. That shield battery is going to be helpful now. Geralt's also getting a robo. Oh, both players getting a robo to follow up. Actually, in both cases, both these guys like Dark Templar. And without as much of a read from Cristiano, he obviously can tell Geralt doesn't have Blink. He could be thinking there's a proxy somewhere in DTs or a DT kind of follow-up. Geralt is going to secure this, and he's looking to take his back third base. Cristiano is going to have his forward third, but you know what? It's a safe play from Geralt, as much as that back base kind of sucks. And I'd use it as a last resort if you have the ability to do so. That's actually a smart play, because it is economically going to keep him a little fresh in the game while all this aggression's going on, because there's no way he's going to be able to secure third. Forge going down from both of them behind it, and observers as well. See, look at that. Oh, I jumped around a little quick for you guys. Sorry about that. And do have an observer from each player out on the map. Let's take a look at Cristiano's side. He's getting a shield battery. This third Forge about to pop here for both. Geralt going into DTs. Did I not call it? We might see a warp prism come out from Geralt here in a moment, but he usually likes doing some proxy pylon action. The observer stare down does happen in the middle of the map, so both players are wiser to it. Actually, I heard an observer going obs mode somewhere over here. Was it Geralt's? Nope. All right, let's see here. Other observer coming from Geralt. And he's just now securing his third base. So Cristiano with a pretty decent economic lead for the moment. But if anybody can come back in a macro game in terms of being behind for a bit on bases and then having a little shift, it's Geralt. I will say one of his strengths is his macro. He's going to go in with some adepts actually at this time, and he might get some good value. Cristiano does have some observers out. Geralt going in with some. I mean, Cristiano actually going in with a warp prism, as Geralt is as well. Observer going for the full scout. It is going to be a Templar Archives from Cristiano, however, so he's going for Archons. And nice defensive setup from Cristiano. Geralt going to take a fourth base, as Cristiano is as well. Cristiano going for the 12 o'clock-ish position base. Geralt getting a scout on it. And he is going to go for a fourth as well. But he is saving some room for warp-ins. Cristiano does have this observer right here. And Geralt going to warp in some units. A couple DTs. Oh, no, it's... Yeah, a couple DTs here. But that observer is going to make this a bit of a problem. Actually... Let's see what happens. Okay, Cristiano. Oh, no. The block is nice, but Geralt almost was able to get a kill on this. All right, this is going to pick... Okay, that was a beautiful recall, but this is a big army from Cristiano pushing out. DTs or not, this is going to get really strange really fast. There's observers out. The DT is killing a pylon. There's a photon cannon here. An observer for... No, a little bit of miss micro from Geralt because he's going to contend with this fight. Does cancel the Nexus. Actually, a very wise move from the G-Man. He is going into an Immortal +1, just finishing for Geralt. Dark Templar getting some work in the back of this. Actually, as all the aggression's going on, Cristiano kind of hesitating because he knows he has to contend with this. A couple Stalkers are going to go in. DTs do finally fall. Did the Warp Prism fall behind this for Geralt? It did. All right, so the army supply 73 to 50. Geralt does have... Not really defender's advantage. Actually, nothing at all, because this Warp Prism means we can get a blink into the main. We can have a charge lot run by into the natural. We can have a warp in into the main, and Geralt's a little disjointed here. This observer also going to go down. Cristiano is going to be able to secure the 9 o'clock position Nexus. Blunkin boys. What up, Flapjack? Brother Flapjack in the chat. He's gonna be the dude I'm crashing with thanks to Flapjack at in Atlanta. It's Kirktown, baby. Alright. Well, Gerald looks like he's in a rough spot in this game. He is going to try to take 3 o'clock, but tech-wise, he's got in a rough spot. He is in the disruptors a little quicker. Cristiano also going there, too. He's going for double robo as well. So we've now entered the disruptor. Oh, is this War Prism going to get picked off? Yes. Nice catch from Gerald. He's trying to inch his way back in this game. Cristiano is going to have that Nexus significantly faster again. But everything's starting to equalize in terms of upgrades and tech. So we'll have to see what happens. Cristiano just pushing out with Stalkers. Geralt does have a Disruptor available. But Cristiano is going to be able to pounce on this. Geralt's a little indecisive, staying at the Nat. And there's just observers out over here. Oh, actually, sorry about the obs there. That was a little rough. That said, there is going to be a Disruptor that falls. That's a kill on the Nexus. Oh, my God. That's got to leave a mark. Geralt does have a couple Dark Templar out, but there's lots of Photon Cannons in the third base of Cristiano. That's going to leave a mark. Oh. You got to hate to... You can feel the pain of Geralt losing that Nexus as it goes down. He lost a little static before as it was. But let's take a look at the Disruptor count in total. Slightly on the knife's edge, it was leading for Geralt, but Cristiano is ultimately going to have a little more for a bit. There's Cristiano posturing for a 5th base. Oh my good lord. Hallucinated Phoenix going down here, and... Novas don't connect. In fact, Geralt loses the Disruptor. Double Novas is a little dicey move, but guess what? Ooh, one is not going to connect. Cristiano playing it hot this game. Going into, I believe, op speed. As you would at this time, especially a guy with DTs. As the game goes on, it can be kind of rough dealing with them. We don't have Shadow Stride, but Cristiano going into triple Stargate for in the Disruptor War. He may go into carriers. He may just start pumping out a couple Phoenixes at first to contend with the... Oh, battery overcharging out. One Photon Cannon goes down. Geralt with a DT micro. We are going to see an Observer join the fight, though. He's trying to kill this gas to buy any inch in time. He does get the gas, but the DTs are going to fall. I guess that's about as good damage as you could get, but realistically, it was a distraction from the main engagement. Looks a little bit of a lead for... Oh, no, this Disruptor is exposed, but is it? No, does zone back the army at least. We do see a dead Immortal, but that's about it. Mamma mia! Geralt is down a base. Upgrade's starting to go there, but guess what? We got the Fleet Beacon coming. It might be Tempest. It may be Tempest. We usually we've been seeing a lot more Tempest game in the meta at this stage of a pretty back and forth PvP. We'll see what happens here. And that may just be it, because Geralt's behind. He can't really catch up with it right now. +3 ground weapons on the way from both, I believe, and +1 air weapons for Cristiano. So not only is he going to have triple Tempest or carrier production, he is going to have an upgrade advantage on the air. But an exchange of disruptors, it's 1-for-1. Did we get another? No, Geralt wasn't pit. Okay. Oh my God, that was huge. All right, in just a moment, Geralt just cleaned up all the disruptors. Every single one that was out in the middle of the map. Gone in an instant. And that's where things just start getting crazy here. Geralt's just going to chase this army down. It is going to be Tempest production. And it is at -400 as the meme goes. We have a mothership being morphed in as well with this. Ground weapons +3 just completing for Geralt. Cristiano is going to finish behind it. We got about 10 seconds for Geralt to have an advantage, but the engagement's not just going to happen. Geralt's going to be patient. He even has the Observer. He's trying to get the Disruptors with the Disruptor. Is he going to do so? But there's a Disruptor. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think it's going to be a Disruptor for a Disruptor. Possibly. Okay, never mind. It's not. One disruptor is going to be chased, but oh! About as good splits as Geralt can get. He does get it. And actually catches an observer, funnily enough, behind it. Is going to snipe yet another one. Geralt's getting a little clumped up here. All right, we're going to see an aggression of charge lots and one Archon going into Geralt's 5th base now. He did manage to sneak out a 5th behind this, which is kind of nice. Geralt's actually clawing his way back in the game a little bit. Going into a Mothership and Tempest of his own behind this. My God. The engagements are so good. You know what? I don't mind being a little behind on the tech, guys. Maybe you guys might be like, Dave, you could be catching up on all this, but you know what? The engagements are just so goddamn good this game. We're keeping up on the upgrades as they come, but the tech I've been falling a little behind on, but it is kind of interesting to note that Geralt is catching up on the air. He's even getting +1. He's going to be down an upgrade, but the fact that he's getting Tempest and even a Mothership is kind of hilarious. But some great trades. Let's take a look, in fact. Yeah, Geralt's trying to catch up, but Christianer's obviously led in terms of trades for a bit. It's still possible for either player to do the work. And, well, got a little bit of a mirror situation. Geralt coming into the back. He wants to pounce on the Mothership, has a Tempest leading the charge. Actually a smart decision to blink backwards. Mothership has started to take some hull damage and doesn't have any shields. There is a wow, is that... That's Christianer's stasis ward. Funnily enough, an Oracle did survive in here. Or one was rebuilt. It's a lot of photon cannons, but the disruptors are going to help clean this up. Yeah, there goes 2 of them. From Christianer. Christianer's going to take the 7 o'clock position base. Ooh, we do have a stasis ward go down with a couple stalkers from Geralt. Stalkers at this point, you're going to trade out. We're probably going to see the bigger shift into... for both to trade out into air, and it's going to be Tempest and Disruptors. We might see more of it. That's usually what happens now. Neither player's super heavily tied up in gateway units. Geralt could probably start trading Stalkers after, too. We do have that little charged lot Archon run by that was there before. That's going to be defensively posturing for Christianer. Oh! Stasis Ward's going to catch 4 Zealots. Actually, that blink... which led to a rev tag, actually worked out in Geralt's favor. Disruptor is going to fall short, and this is mostly ground. Ooh, neither Disruptor from Geralt do land. We have some more going back in, trying to find some damage here, but are not going to get some... Oh, do we have a kill again on a Nexus? No, we don't. That was a cancel from Geralt, and yeah, this is all going to be cleaned up over here. Nice defensive DT warping from Geralt. We don't have... Yeah, this is funny. Both these guys, you'll usually see them go into Shadows right here. Does the Nexus instantly go down? It does. Geralt gets a kill on a Nexus. It's morphing in. And we are now approaching the 18-minute mark of the game. We are getting into the late game, folks. This is a banger. Look at all these photon cannons. Hello? Are we watching... That's an obscene amount of static defense. I'm pretty sure... Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Hearthstone would have an erection if he saw all these photon... Look at this. Hello, photon cannons? Geralt going into tectonic stabilizers as well. Christianer already has them. He's trying to edge up on upgrades. He is going to have +2 air weapons pretty soon, and he's getting into shields. Geralt taking out the static with the disruptors, and we're going to see a little counter push. On the other side, is Geralt going to cancel this Nexus? I don't think so. He does. Geralt very cognizant of what's going on. He's going to try to posture out and get this. There is an observer standoff. It is going to go down low. Geralt wins the observer war for the moment. There is an Oracle. Is going to catch this observer. This is the time of the game where the observers matter. And it is very cool to see it. That both players are on... These guys are just on top of everything now. Geralt's been on the back foot all game, but now it's... The tides have turned. And ultimately, anything is possible. Both players going into +3 air weapons, so Geralt's caught up a little bit. The shields... Geralt's leading in the shield upgrades. Army supplies pretty goddamn close. But what in how. Okay, Geralt's mothership's in trouble. Oh, no, he's going to lose 2 disruptors. Oh, actually, with the shield upgrade advantage, did you see that? One of the disruptors survived the blast. As all the upgrades start kicking in, the game changes quite a bit. Let's take a look at the units to see what's going on. Cristiano with just 1 more Tempest for the moment, but they're both producing them. It's going to even out a little bit here. We are in the late game, and Cristiano, thinking like a 4th dimensional being, is dropping more cannons and batteries than, I don't know. More cannons and batteries than Haas would be dropping Nexi. Oh, Nova's fallen short for Cristiano. Geralt did catch a disruptor, but after it doesn't matter. Tempest catching some damage on the other side. Both players keeping their motherships alive. This is actually pretty wild. I know this is PvP. I know this is late game, and I know a lot of you Terran players. The Terrans and the Zerg players may stand. Some of the Terrans will stick in. But this is actually a crazy game number 1. Considering how it's traded out and how Geralt's returned back. Thanks for the follow, Nogrin. So I'm catching up a little bit more. I should have just left stuff as it is, but I literally didn't have the mute kill switch because of some updates lately. I do apologize for that. Oh my god, some beautiful snipes on the Tempest from Geralt. Geralt's actually leading the fight here for a minute. And Cristiano's going to have a +3 advantage. He's catching up on the air upgrades, but I think Geralt's going to have, in a bit, if he can buy some time, he's going to actually end up in that shield advantage, like I said a little earlier. 3 disruptors fired. Oh, he's going to get a stalker and a shield battery and more static. Oh, winning the disruptor war. Holy heck. You might say both these guys got some big balls, but so far Geralt's been coming back on the disruptor trades. He's just not able to take... Oh, no. This is a lot to cancel really quickly. Geralt's shift clicked it a lot. Oh, well, actually losing the probe helped him because he's saved some money. He is going to go kill a base, though. So a base denial versus a kill is rough, but Cristiano's leading the base. Well, actually, no, he's not. DT's going to go finish the job, or try to, as Geralt needs to go and desperately save a base. He actually could go engage. You know, he should just go engage another base, even though they're getting mined out. They can get a lot of work done, and actually, a lot of the static going to be killed as well as the base. It's kind of a nice catch for Geralt. 7 workers going down. At this point, look at the banks of these guys, though. They can start throwing workers away here pretty soon, dare I say. Actually, I would. If one of them does, it could be a big deal. And yeah, well, this is actually interesting here. Let's leave it up on units for a minute. Geralt has killed more Tempest, but Cristiano's warped in some stalkers for some blinks. The mothership did fall for Geralt, but the mothership is falling for Cristiano. And that actually, the mothership actually bought him some time to pick off the Tempest advantage for Geralt. So the stalkers were a little bit of a diversion, but that mothership ultimately saved the day for Cristiano. Mothership's being in production for both of them. Cristiano with a knife's edge lead on his and chrono boosting it, but we'll see how that plays out because of chrono boosting in the long term. It does take quite a while for mothership to come in here. DTs and stalkers with Tempest going to fight the static. Disruptors getting launched, trying to chisel it away. Deep powers everything. But, well, Cristiano's just going to pounce on the army anyway. We don't see the Shadow Stride, which is a bit of a problem, and, you know, a lot of aggression going on here. Nice blink back from Cristiano from his Stalkers, and it's now transitioned back to Stalkers for a bit for both players, but in behind it, it is still Tempest Disruptor production. Charge lot warping from Cristiano is going to help out, cleaning up some DTs and Stalkers, and a little bit here. Alrighty. Well, That said, Geralt is now on the back foot in terms of army. He's going to try to take a base, but what he needs to do is get more units. I mean, they both kind of need bases. Cristiano are going to retake this base, but Geralt doing the work with the DTs. He's going to lose a lot of workers. Again, oh, Geralt's bank actually is going down now. So, yeah, he needs the base a little more. Cristiano's retained it. All that static actually helped him a bit in ways, but the trades have been back and forth. And Cristiano are going to go for a recall of an observer. Yep. DT's actually almost killing this base, though. And they actually are forcing a bit of a reaction from Cristiano. Geralt trying to take this base again. Yeah, he just can't get a base up. But losing 16 workers behind it. Geralt's in for blood. He wants to try to get some work done. Does get this base taken out. Cristiano is going to contest this to take this one. No, Geralt's got a well, never mind. Now, that is this El Cristiano. Geralt's going to drop a pile on there. He's like, nah, heck you. This is going to be my base. He has massed up some Tempest. Let's take a look at what the army is now. 12 Tempest to 9. We got some DTs in the mix for Geralt. Motherships are out for both. But yeah, these Stalkers are going to go down in between this. Yeah, Geralt's on his back foot in army now, though. And Cristiano's got that bigger bank. Yeah, this static's going to start falling for Geralt now. That's probably his most defensive position in terms of static defense. But in this part of the game, between tectonic destabilizers and disruptors, you can kind of end it pretty quick on either side. I think Cristiano is going to take game number 1. Jeez, this is... We're getting into the late game here, to say the least. And yeah, this Nexus is going to go down. Geralt's gonna, okay, meanwhile, Geralt's gonna take a moment to just jump on this. His mothership's exposed, however, is gonna fall. And yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a problem. We saw that work to Cristiano's advantage in the past. He is gonna get the observer, though. So Geralt has observers out. He is fine. Okay, Geralt is gonna be able to secure a base over here, though. Cristiano is going to retake this base, which is mine a little. But this is a fresh base. Geralt going to try to take this one as well. He needs the economy. Losing this base down here was rough. He's been long distance mining. He's down on workers, but again, still it doesn't matter. Now the banks here. Geralt's got to make really efficient trades. And I'd still would say the army, because Cristiano is catching up on the supply again. There's another observer coming out for Cristiano. Geralt is not going for another mothership. You know, that 400 for 400 before... if he can just secure this economy, he's getting these bases. I'd rather see like another Stargate or 2 go up. It sounds crazy, but if he kept up extra Tempest production, or sneaking out in a disruptor here and there as need be, with it, he could just snipe the mothership and just end it. All right, he is going to have to cancel this base if he's paying attention, but that's so much DPS. Oh, wow. Last second cancel from Geralt. Very good stuff. And yeah. All right. Alright, this base, Geralt desperately needed it, but it's going to fall. At this late in the game, both these guys can just pulverize bases. Army supplies even. Geralt did reclaim a bank a little bit. Cristiano has this massive gas bank. Oh, but Geralt's going to lose most of the disruptors. He really needed that base. He has reclaimed his southwest base, however. So he's not dead, but oh my god. Yeah, Cristiano's really taking the better Tempest fights here in that mothership. Okay, now we have another mothership from Geralt. All right. Oh, no, Geralt's not moving. Cristiano almost kills one of his Stalkers with his own disruptor, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, folks. You know how it be. All right, let's see what happens here. Oracle is going to get a rev tag, but fall immediately. Kind of an expensive exchange. Geralt's trying to claw back economy. Honestly, he doesn't really need that Nexus. Does need the Stargate, though. That's not much mining. If he has enough where he could reclaim a base for when you've got 2 minerals left on that patch, it's fine. Geralt taking out the disruptors at least. He takes out the disruptors. Actually, having some blink stalkers in the mix may not be too bad, considering the Tempest. Like, obviously the Tempest are super powerful right now, but being that it's Tempest Wars with no disruptors or low disruptors, kind of can let you get a surprise little blink on there, in addition to the target firing with the Tempest. Cristiano chasing things down, scouting that this base has been taken from Geralt. Geralt's continuously, this base is constantly contested. Geralt does reclaim the, well, he saves the northeast, but yeah, again, he's down on workers. The bank is just there. It's looking really rough for Geralt, to be honest with you, in terms of economy, but he is getting the bigger army supply. It's gonna require a really good engagement. And his army supply has been growing. He got just enough of a bank where if he keeps this army together and just keeps growing in units, he's just going to win it. And ultimately, the disruptors won't matter. If Geralt, you know what? I'd say hell with it. Just tech into exchange tech and go into just Tempest. We've seen Showtime lose to Geralt, ironically, in an OSC Masters Cup before. Resources lost. Let's look at units lost and resources lost for a moment. Hold on, I'm actually going to pull that up. It was just rocks I wanted to see. Geralt's definitely been on his back foot. But that said, he does have, for a moment, an army supply advantage. Cristiano's mothership is not with the army. Geralt's is. Geralt should take this. He's being a little too cautious here for the guy with the mothership with the army. But Cristiano has an insane amount of Tempest. It's 22-17. And this is what I was talking about, making that exchange. Geralt kills an observer. It's just so many damn Tempest on both sides. On both sides of the skirmish. Yeah, sorry. I'm totally not having a little mouse issues here with my hand because I'm just waking up still. I'm not just waking up. We're awake now, but... Oh, Geralt trying to reclaim his base, but is going to get a kill on it, and it's... Yeah, he can't cancel. It's just so many Tempests. They just instantly disintegrate anything with that Tectonic and +3 in production. Does Geralt get the disruptor hits? Oh, Cristiano saves just one. Nice rev tag here, even exposes the disruptor. What a scrappy damn game. But the bank is just so insane for Cristiano. I just don't see how Geralt's going to come back. Like I said, he's going to need miraculous exchanges all around. And yeah, he does have this army supply advantage. Okay, and now he's starting to gain it. Let's take a look at the Tempest count now. Geralt's still at 17 Tempest. The ground, yeah, this ground army I'm not so sure of. Like maybe he could pounce on some disruptors, but I think it's a bit of a misread. Geralt going into, well, ground armor. He has 333. He has had the ship armor upgrade, so I don't understand why he didn't go into it. He's had a air upgrade advantage, which I did not notice for some time. Yeah, Cristiano's just now going into air upgrades. Good observation, Flint. That is exactly what I was alluding to. Geralt's just now going into ground armor so he can make some kind of cheeky switch. Maybe he's going to go for a charge a lot run, but honestly, that's something we haven't seen as much of now. Geralt has... Why is he bringing him down here? There's a lot of static, but he could still find some value if he jumped on production in the main. That's one thing that could happen, because there's not a lot of defense in the natural and main base. Oh, disruptors from Cristiano are going to take out a lot of Geralt stalkers in this fight. And realistically, I don't know, Cristiano's bank or not. I'm starting to think this could go either way, but Geralt's going to stop losing his edge on upgrades on his air if he doesn't do it. He is doing trifecta Tempest upgrades, though, or production right now. I said upgrades. The trifecta of upgrades. Yeah, this base has been reclaimed with a ton of static. It's been mined out quite a bit. But both players needed to take them. Whatever bases they can get. Oh no, what are we doing? I'm telling you, man. Look at this. Geralt can jump in here and absolutely pulverize the production. And if he did that with the charge lot run by, like, he's at least going to force maybe a recall. He could deny cyber core upgrades, which, you know, we're just now getting into air armor upgrades for Cristiano. He's going to have +1. Another mothership going to be finishing up for Cristiano. Geralt's is taking a bit of a beating, but Geralt's starting to gain more Tempest. And, well, he's respecting the disruptors. I think he needs to take the better fight. He's doing a great job at killing the observers this game. I think he's been a little better there, but it is the observer Oracle War. Geralt now, yeah, I don't know. Building that ground army, I think he's just trying to contend with the disruptor, but like, he doesn't have the bank Cristiano does. Hey, what up, Gamer Richie? This just is kind of a bit of a slugfest at this point, but you got to understand we're at the tail end here. This is very late game. Bases getting mined out. We do have some fresh bases because they were both in contention the entire game. This one even... Geralt's had this one for a while, but he's lost it so many times. Why doesn't he go to a counterattack? I really think it should just be to a point where, again, a counterattack and a base trade. Geralt's leading an army. He doesn't realize the upgrade advantage, I don't think. Still, Cristiano... Oh, no, he does have +2 air weapons, or air armor. Every advantage you can get, you need to exploit at this point of the game. And, again, it's just the production. Like, Cristiano's got this bank, but it's going to take him a while to remake everything. And just to force him back, you end up in a base trade. If you have a bigger army, which Geralt does, he's going to need to kill that production, because Cristiano can just remax. So I think in this case, I would have preferred something, and that's been the mistake. These guys are just fighting kind of a war of attrition in the middle of the map, but Geralt's ultimately going to lose if he keeps playing like this. Cristiano's bank is just massive. He could actually drop more production and continuously just have superior air control. There's no debate about it. All right, Geralt could probably fix some saturation. He's long distance mining on gases, but he's got, well, yeah, he's not so worried about the minerals, but I don't think he realizes how ahead Cristiano is. And he's going to make some sacrifices. Cristiano's just going to keep killing bases. I feel like it's almost like putting your hand in a mousetrap, right? You just repeatedly taking the bait, and Cristiano is going and getting these base snipes faster, and he doesn't need any more bases. He's reclaimed enough. Cristiano's already basically kept this bank. He's traded insanely more efficiently. I mean, Geralt's made some good comebacks, but he's like, either player could do it, but I think that's the move that Geralt's needed to take. He's now down to 32 workers and less of a bank, but he does have a bank nonetheless. Trying to get more Tempest. So now Cristiano's gonna have +3 air, and it's not gonna go so well. A ground PV late game for sure, but at some point you're gonna if the game is this long, it's very rare that you're gonna see ground, like literally like Gateway Man and stuff. That's damn rare to see in a game that's approaching 40 minutes, and this is just the first game, guys. This is certainly something to see, though, for sure. I mean, man, I missed a lot of the tournament earlier. I feel like this one game... Excuse me, chat. This one game has been going on probably longer than the first segment of the tournament, which I did miss, but like, we're getting into the 40-minute mark here for sure. No contesting that. But my God. Another base going down again. I'm not gonna just keep saying it because you guys are gonna get annoyed with me, but we all know. That said, Geralt has a army supply lead. He has an army supply lead that's pretty good, and I do catch this. All right, I wouldn't worry so much about the disruptors. At this point, Geralt could just keep the disruptors back and actually just let him be. He needs to take out the air units. The more air superiority he gets, the less it matters at this point. Yes, Cristiano could go into a ground army on a whim and have the bank to just spam zealots and spam whatever the hell he wants. But realistically, at that point, there's nothing to contend the air. Like, stalkers aren't going to do it because Geralt's just going to have so much more in terms of Tempest. Now Cristiano's traded out workers, and he's going to be able to catch up on a large army. Maybe even a larger army because of this gigantic bank. And yes, this is, I'll have to admit it, this is peak PvP. I have seen certainly not as long PvPs and not as tradey PvPs from even max packs, dare I say, in recent times, at least on what I've covered and some of what I've seen. So that is a testament to both these guys. Cristiano, also an underrated player, but Geralt, a very good PvP player. Both of them are actually ridiculously good at PvP. But when I'm talking about the GOAT, they're GOAT packs, you know. Caster dying? I am not dying. Alright, I'll have you know. Maybe a little more rapidly than some, but... Speaking of dying, Geralt's finally killed some bases, but... I don't think it matters. Cristiano could be Manor Nexusing right now with this bank. In actuality, and Cristiano now has the army supply advantage. Like I said, Geralt should have jumped into the main. He literally couldn't keep those bases up anyway, so again, he took the bait. And I think it's just so hard at this time of the game to actually decide what to do with everything. And that's a big part of the problem. All right. Draw with stalkers, but there's disruptors. Oh, nice blinks. He's going to aggressively blink forward to help the fight against the Tempest. Tempest on the left side are going to help the fight for Cristiano. There's a nice rev tag exposing Geralt's Tempest. But now he's starting to take some good fights. Cristiano's still in the lead, but a lot of it's zealots. And Geralt just needs to focus his attention to target firing. He's building another mothership, but it's starting to look like Cristiano might just do it here. I think he's cracked him. And in probably one of the longest games I've casted in a while. We're starting to see some closure. It's possible for Geralt to still be in this, but we have literally a Penta Tempest production out of... Actually, there are 6 Stargates, so we could see up to 6 Tempests, but that's not going to be the case for Cristiano. We're starting to see a reduction in army supply. Come on, we need to see some focus from both. I just keep mentioning Geralt because he actually has had some opportunities to take advantage of being behind all game or not. We're starting to find some. The Blake Stalker play was actually Giga Chad, but now we're seeing 6 Tempest production. The only thing from here, look at this. We got long distance mining from Cristiano. He's just like, hey, I have a bank, but truthfully, the bank's going to dry up eventually. We have both players long distance mining. This is what I kept going to in the upper right hand corner of the map. The funny stuff of late game everything. And Geralt does ultimately force a cancel on that attempted base from Cristiano. Man, the thing is, there's just too much production. A carrier even going out now from Cristiano. He's going to change it up a little bit. Geralt's trying to reclaim this base. And actually, Geralt could be a long-distance gas mining there, but he's got a good big gas bank for the moment. Taking 4 gases as well, but he really needs minerals. But Cristiano's basically stolen all the minerals. Let's take a look at the trades now. Geralt actually caught up quite well on trades. So he's made some smart decisions. This little zealot run by is actually kind of cheeky and cute from Cristiano, but it is eventually going to be cleaned up. Geralt may want to keep these workers alive because he only has 18 workers. Oh, these guys both should have traded workers earlier, I feel like, to get a bigger army. And we wouldn't be in this predicament. We're now approaching 45 minutes into the game. So few workers, so little mining. We had long distance mining going for a while. Now Geralt's the one that could use the workers. But realistically, there's not a lot to mine. They're contesting this little patch here. This base is getting long. I would have long distance mined that if I was Geralt as well. Yeah, I say that, but realistically, when you're in this, I'm just saying that's the smarter decision. It doesn't matter what I do. Honestly, I'd be shitting my pants. Now the supply do not lie. It's starting to look like Cristiano is going to take this late game. These guys are going to be tired. I have a feeling they're going to ask for a few minutes after this game, and I'm sure you guys can all understand. This has been a long one. Cristiano are going to take this base, and Geralt has got trying to stay alive here. Doesn't land a nice rev tag, which is going to help out. He's probably going to want to try to keep the stalkers alive, but realistically, again, it's the air army that he should worry about more. As long as his few mining probes are safe, it's about all he can ask for. DT actually going to kill some workers. All right, there we go. Some invisible men. And, yeah, this is going to at least force a nuisance. Yeah, this is actually buying Geralt time to get a snipe on maybe 2 Nexuses. 2 Nexi. And that DT actually, oh, another one's going to come in. He might get a kill. Observer, no. Yeah, that's going to be a kill on that Nexus. Geralt can test that Nexus again. He's trying to deplete Cristiano's bank because he doesn't have much money. Oh my god, he gets a kill. Yep, there it is again. All right. This is Newts. The supply is... like, Cristiano's bank's leading him. But somehow, I just have a feeling, like, if Geralt does these trades, like, Cristiano eventually is going to have to make decisions, too. If Geralt gets good exchanges here, somehow. But, like, he's just so far ahead. This is 168 army supply. Geralt just doesn't have the numbers, and it's kind of hard to read when your units are all cloaked from motherships. Okay, I think that was just an observer dying. I think Cristiano is just going to ultimately be able to steamroll this, obviously. That's a massive army supply lead, but what a crazy game. Yeah, you're right. At this point, Cristiano could just A-move. Let's be real here. This army is just massive. I don't know if he's waiting to max out or what, but, like, he's at 12 workers. He's still got a bank. Actually, he has no gas. So, but he could max out the rest in charge lots and just A-move. He could A-move right now. He's got disruptors, too. Couple purification novas. Ooh, that carrier is actually... the thing about that carrier is, though, is the carrier actually having the interceptors causes some target fire problems for the Tempest, for Geralt. Ooh, Cristiano securing this base is a problem. He's built a couple probes, though. He's getting another Nexus down here. Geralt's trying to do the impossible here, which seems to be the impossible. And he needs these workers, both players, on such a low worker count. But the supply don't lie, like I said. GG. Geralt realized after there's just too much sky toss, and he forfeited it. Yeah, there was some motherships lost here. All right, that was quite the game. An over 45-minute game. Wow. I think we need a minute. That was exhausting just witnessing that. Holy shit. Base Knight moves, they're very snug. Well, the thing is, like I said, Geralt, like, I would have liked to seen a little bit more base exchange. Both players could have done it, but Geralt really should have pushed into the main base and then recalled. Big brain strats. You could even have 2 recalls. He could have moved the mothership to the side and did a double recall. All right, here we go. All right, we're getting into the next game here. Good casting, thank you. I'm trying my best. That's it's a little rough in the late game stuff. Yeah, we can take a look. Well, these guys are good to go. No, I assume they did. It was a tough read. Honestly, I think that was a tough read for Geralt because he actually denied Cristiano a lot of bases in it. All right, anyway, let me get this straightened out here for you guys. And anyway, in the upper right-hand corner, representing Psystorm Gaming in the blue, give it up for Geralt. And his opponent in the bottom left. It is our pink Polish Protoss. It's the battle of the Polish Protoss. It's Cristiano. He's got to deal with Win Salmon. Yeah, thank you, Puppet Master. For a late start, I was starting a little earlier. I bet you we could have kept a few people on that have left us. Omega, thank you to Sir Wardy. If Wardy's not knighted, he should be. I just want to say that. No, I'm from Utica. All right, I've been getting the Canadian accent because I haven't been out in public lately. I'm from Utica, New York. So it's upstate, but I watch a lot of. I've watched too much Steadfast and Up a Tree, so I've been picking up Canada, I guess. Not getting out enough. Yeah, not New York City, upstate New York. No, I don't live in. I live in upstate.
Where'd you learn this build from?
Princeton University.
All right. Yeah, and I do have a lot of scuffed artwork and stuff. Guys, if you want to check out my merch, I'm drinking my coffee out of a mug of it right now. I changed it from my other one. Exclamation mark merch. I have some really funny stuff. Or so I'm told. Boom, what's up? That was Boom doing the Princeton. I didn't even see that. All right, anyway, I'm talking to chat more than cast in the game. We got a 2-gate from both. Not surprisingly. Proxy, yeah, it could just be a metagame proxy pylon from Geralt. Could later become a Dark Shrine. We'll see. I think it's just a metagame proxy pylon. Trying to get under Cristiano's skin. He's going to look around for it. But in the bottom right corner of the map, Geralt open a double adept rather, and maybe just going to secure a nexus. No, I don't know. Okay, Cristiano is playing the aggro game with the stalkers. Ooh, Gerald going for a cyber core block. Hello? I think Gerald is going to be a little more aggressive this game, to say the least. Both players going for Twilight Council. Cristiano still looking for... No, he's got an Adept going out of zone. Gerald's going to wait to the last second to cancel. Oop, he's not paying attention back home. He had the probe in position, but it did move down. It is only one Adept, though. It will get a few workers, I'm sure. But that said, on the other side of the map, we do have a couple Adepts hiding. Oh, I love that from Gerald. He's got 2 Adepts hiding right there. Cristiano is going to get the Nexus first, but Gerald is... Oh, wow. Cristiano with a Dark Shrine. Hello? The tides have turned. Cristiano going to send a probe across the map. I thought Gerald might be going into DTs first. Depending on what happens, this could be a quick one. Gerald opened Twilight. He's done nothing with it. I think his plan was ultimately Dark Shrine. But at this point, because he's forgotten Blink, now he just got a little disjointed here. He only got 4 kills with the Adepts, and that's about it. Cristiano going into Blink after with the Dark Shrine, so... if Gerald does not get much vision, he's in a lot... He already is a little behind here. They're even on workers, but his Nexus is a little delayed. He's setting up for Stargate, but it's not going to be Stargate, folks. It's going to be Invisible Men. True, Flapjack. Utica Club #1 beer. I am a fan at the bar, but admittedly, it's kind of a shit beer overall, but it's kind of like support your local. I like my Saranac, though. I will say that. Saranac is a little bit alright. Gerald is going for a Robo. He's getting a Dark Shrine of his own, but DTs are already out. Thank you for the follow. Zepistry. Geez, I'm starting to scare everybody away here, but some of you guys are liking the stream and the casting. I appreciate it. Not to bring it up too much. I do enough casting where it's whatever. Not the greatest, to say the least. I am going to be doing some ladder later. But that said, we have OSC King of the Hill coming up after, so I believe that's where we'll be heading after this game. If I have a feeling these guys take us that long into it, we will. If not, I'm going to buy us some time until that is the case. And yeah. Getting a little pressure on the proxy pylon. Geralt ultimately holds Cristiano supply block for the moment. But, yeah, this is just going to be 2 Adepts that are going to get shut down from Geralt. Cristiano still retaining an Adept, in fact. And we'll have to see what happens from here. Geralt has DTs of his own. Does Cristiano have a Robo or any form of detection? He just got it, but he's supply blocked. Warp Prism is on the way, but Cristiano is going to have an Observer. Cristiano going for a third base a little quicker than Geralt because of everything that exchanged right there. Geralt a little behind on workers. Cristiano with his third gas. Geralt with a hallucinated Phoenix Scout in the third. Cristiano is going to push across the map. It is scouted by Geralt's Observer at first, should be noted. There is no shield. Well, there's a shield battery in the back for Geralt. That's about it in terms of static defense. He could actually cheekily get some defensive DTs in. Warp Prism is going at the bottom corner of the map. Cristiano is going to retreat, and there's an Observer here. This could be very unlucky for Geralt because the... Okay, I think Cristiano is anticipating this. And you know what? At the same time, he may force a cancel. The Stalkers get in just at enough time. Look at that micro from Cristiano, though. I think he gets a little bit of hull damage. Geralt actually gets a DT in. Warp Prism is out into the third, but there are Observers everywhere. That DT is going down. Very unlucky for Mr. Geralt. He may even lose this Observer. And, yeah. Actually, that was 2 DTs down for each player. Geralt a little later on his third base, of course, unfortunately couldn't find the damage he was looking for. Going into Disruptors, he's got his Forge just now. Actually, let's look at Structures. Cristiano already had his, but he's not been... Okay, now he's starting +1. Upgrades should be pretty similar when you factor in Chrono Boost. His Forge is finished pretty fast. Cristiano are going in for another assault. But I do like the fact that Geralt's going into robotics bay tech. He should remember his +1 pretty quickly, but that's a lot of stalkers. Geralt's going to have to cancel his third, putting him in a lot of trouble. He does manage to do so. And is going to clean up a lot of this. Game still goes on, folks. It isn't over yet. Army supply is pretty even. Geralt is forgetting a lot. He's going into disruptors, but he did lose his third, so I would have rather him taking triangle, but that's a big part of it. This is a harder base to hold. In my eyes, there are 2 ramps at triangle, but you can kind of reinforce a little quicker, I guess. Geralt trying to use it depths. It's 3 workers, but there's a photon cannon there at this point in time. Warp Prism is still out. I like how he's got it on the high ground, kind of like an overlord. Ooh, he's going to lose an observer here really shortly. All right, now Cristiano's in a pretty scary point. Oh, Nexus going down. Let me just put it in Geralt's vision. He does see the Nexus. This would be a time where he could warp in a couple DTs, and he could certainly pee in Cristiano's cornflakes, you know what I'm saying? That is facts. That do be facts. There's a photon cannon shield battery, but more numbers. There is a disruptor, though. If we get a couple blinks, this Nova could get some damage. Oh, it's just going to get a couple of his own units with some zealots, but I think this game's going to be over pretty quickly. Cristiano just has too much. There's no more disruptors. Okay, there's another disruptor. Does he land it? Oh, only catches 1 stalker on the back foot. And the Supla do not lie. I think we're going to see it here pretty shortly. Geralt's going to try to cling on for dear life, but there's just not enough here. And Cristiano is going to take game number 2 in just a bit. Yeah, Geralt didn't even see this. Unfortunately, he's going to try to recall the Warp Prism. GG is called. Cristiano with 2 points on the board. Nothing too crazy's happened, but Cristiano's up. Yeah, Caveman Jack going to DreamHack Atlanta, too. Oof. All right. Going on to game number 3. Can Geralt take it back? This is something. I do wish I caught some more of the beginning of this, but you know what? Considering I started out with just 2 games, not even a whole series of Han, Mono, and Creature, 2 semifinals, and the finals, the finals brought this up to a good amount of time. All right, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Inside and Out in the blue. Give it up for Psystorm Gaming's Geralt. And his opponent in the bottom left representing Blazer. Give it up for Cristiano in the pink. Yeah. Actually, funnily enough, guys, I gotta get a hold of them because I never got my mail ticket. I think you can just use your phone. I just thought about that the other day. I thought for sure I was in the clear, but I'm like, I might want to double check this and check with DreamHack or ESL or whatever. And make sure I'd be good. All the gangs here. You gotta love it. Alrighty. And Geralt going on out for a little Scouterino.
All right, Cybercore going down for Cristiano. And yeah, it's just going to be a pylon back home so far for pylon number 2. We're going to see anything cheeky here. It should be noted, neither player has brought us a 1-gate expand. This is like going back in time PvP a little bit. But I guess it's not really as much in either player's playstyle. Cristiano and Geralt, both of them are really not big 1-gate expanders in PvP, historically. You don't usually see it that often. Geralt going for a pylon down a little lower. Cristiano also setting up for an expansion. Geralt with the pylon block. There it is. It's only 1 probe, but what a goddamn pest it is. Stalkers are going to be able to contest with it, though, so it's not going to do the most. I don't know if he's going to let it finish or not. He probably should cancel it. Oh, that was so smart of Cristiano. He actually hesitated the Stalkers to make Geralt finish it, which delays a lot for him, actually. Geralt going for a Nexus block. Alright, this game is... Geralt's got to time this just right because it is 2 Stalkers, and he does get to cancel 2 Adept Shade over, but they are scouted by the Stalkers. He's trying to debate, but Cristiano is in position to get a block. He is going to get the block at the last second, and Geralt does complete the Shade, putting his Adepts in a lot of trouble. Oh, he recalls a little late. All right, Geralt does have the Nexus a little later than Cristiano, but it does kind of check out for a little bit of even gameplay, more or less. It is going to be an Oracle for Cristiano. Geralt going into Twilight again. Interesting games today all around, though. Hanmano and Creature. Wish I got to catch game 1 at the least. We had Demi, we had Mio Micah. We had a lot of really good players today. Just so you know.
Giddy up.
You're going to get Captain Happa to chug it. Is Captain Happa going? I haven't asked Dan. I know Lord Cranial is... God, so many people going to the NA side. It's pretty wild. Where we have less pro players, I think we have a lot of fans. And thank you for the follow, Bilbo Shaggins. Okay, it's going to be double Oracle and double Adept. This is what Chicken Man would always call the Cristiano. Geralt actually uses this too from time to time, but this is a play he's done for a long time with the double Adept Shade and the double Oracle. So you go in one side of the base, okay, and he's actually taking the... Oh, actually, everything's going to attack at the same time. Usually Cristiano splits it up, so the 2 Oracles go into the main. Actually, they are going to find their way in there. Shield Battery is helping a bit because, well, 6 workers going down is huge. But at the same time, a pretty decent defense from Geralt. The 1 Adept now is just going to go down. Geralt does have an advantage of Blink, and he's going into Dark Templar. It's scouted. Cristiano does have Oracles. They don't have a lot of energy, but with a good Blink attack and some DTs, Geralt even had... No. Geralt cancels the Dark Shrine. JK... I love it. Geralt is mind gaming here. Cristiano are going to take that 3rd base. Honestly, even with a... yeah, I wouldn't have hated a probe cut because Geralt could have still got a 3rd Nexus being behind on workers. He's been behind bases in a lot of these games. He has kind of the tools to do this, but I think he's going to go try to assault and deny a 3rd. It was a bit of mind games with that rev tag. Taking that Dark Shrine. Okay, he's posturing to take the 3rd, but it's going to be quite a bit later. Cristiano does have Blink now, and he does have a supply lead. But Geralt's trying to get those extra gates. So I think he's not going to be able to achieve what he was hoping for. He is going for a Warp Prism, however. And there we go, 2 more gates. It's just 4 gates. At the same time, Cristiano just on 2 gates. He's going into a Robo as well, anticipating Dark Templar. That said, there's going to be more weapons available for Geralt, and he does have Warp Prism at his disposal in just a minute. Yeah, he's going to go push out with the Prism. But Cristiano was kind of poking out in the map as well. He's got the oracles to find some stuff too, but Cristiano may actually get the cancel on this. He's playing cautious. It's kind of weird. Cristiano is playing a little cautious over here. Where it looked like he was going to be a more aggressive. Observer is sniped. Okay, I think... Ooh, stasis wards are captured. The oracles are captured. But the warp prism may be a little helpful here for Geralt. He only gets one warp in. Oh no, that warp prism's in warping mode. Okay, so he's just going to kind of go back a little bit, retreat. He's got a little bit of damage, and he's bought time for his third at least, but Cristiano is ahead in workers. Okay, that said, we have a warp prism going into the main base of Cristiano. Charge on the way. And +1, Geralt just now getting his forge, and he's going into an immortal. I don't know, at this stage of the game, I don't really like it. I like the 4 adepts. Okay, 4 adepts can do a lot when you got stalker pressure coming from the other side. Is Geralt just going to go into the natural? I think he is, and hoping to get some value with the adepts. Or he's going to use the adepts as a distraction and just go ham into the main. Okay, he's going to get an observer. The adepts, okay, the adepts do just that. They're cleaned up pretty quickly. Actually, I heard a shade somewhere. They get into the main. Forcing a partial recall to the main base. Okay, if photon cannon's finishing, so he didn't even need to recall. Observer, okay, adept still going in, being annoying. Geralt still has the prism. He's waiting to go in the main. I would have liked to see Geralt go for charge. He did not. A little bit of a charge lot move. Cristiano got on quicker. He could have went ham with charge lots, but he might just use some more adepts now that there's a photon cannon. He really can't. Cristiano pushing out on the other side of the Geralt with lesser numbers, going in to target the Robo. There are 2 immortals to fight this. I would have rather him target the... Okay, third base recall. This is huge. He needs to do everything because there's a lot of stalkers from Cristiano right here. Warp Prism actually... Is that an F2? Maybe not. Yeah, I think there was an all-army hotkey or a control group issue. Because this Warp Prism is going to go right in... Oh, no, there's only 1 stalker here, luckily for Geralt. But he has to be careful. All right, still a push out with charge lots and immortals for Cristiano. I don't know why Geralt's going into immortals so much. He's going to be in a bit of trouble against the chargy boys. Cristiano posturing at 6 o'clock with the Nexus. And, yeah. Alrighty. All right, Geralt may be able to contest this, but again, no real attack. He's going into +1. Cristiano going into +2, mind you, and a Templar Archives. Geralt did kill the robotics facility, so he could, if he can keep the pressure on, and it's going to be hard with all the charge lots, the Archons, and the upgrade advantage. He's going to want to try to delay the Nexus. Isn't going to be able to get any hull damage, and yeah, this is going to be rough for Geralt right here. Does get a snipe on a Stalker and a couple Zealots, but he's got some bruised Stalkers and not a huge army supply. And again, the Zoomy boy is going to be a bit of a problem for Geralt. Doesn't have any static defense. Charge isn't even completed for him yet. He is going for a 4th base at 12 o'clock-ish. 11 o'clock. Whatever. This is kind of like 5, 6 o'clock, 5:30, 11:30. Whatever. All right. And the Nexus should be canceled. It is not going to be canceled. Geralt was not paying attention for a minute. It is going to lose 400 minerals in a Nexus, but he has charge finishing up. His +1 going to kick in here in a minute, but it wasn't done in time. So his charge lot's not trading out as much. There is an Archon for Cristiano, but Geralt has a couple of his own. Does save an Immortal in the Warp Prism. Geralt trying to get some units out. And thank you for the follow, Barton. Barton 007. Mr. Bond. Okay, Geralt scouting the army. Only has an Archon to defend. There's only 1 slow... Well, it's not a slow weapon. The Nexus is next to it, so it does get in a little quicker. Army supply pretty even. Geralt is going to be behind on upgrades. once again right now. He does have a Robo Bay coming a little faster than Cristiano, but Cristiano has one as well. It's going to be a long time before Disruptor's out, though. This is looking rough. It's a tight hold for Geralt. He can do it. He's starting to trade a little better. The Archons in the front are going to take care of the Zealots, but he needs a reposition. He's fighting into Archons with his Zealots, decreasing his army supply. That said, Cristiano has a worker lead. It's inverted 67 to 76 workers. And, well, Geralt's going to possibly catch up on workers here, but he's a little behind in upgrades. Cristiano is remembering +3 just now, but he did give Geralt a little time to catch up for a moment, possibly. But there is going to be a few disruptors out for Geralt in just a moment. Cristiano also has them. Oh, Cristiano's aggressing into the third. Geralt out of position. Does have some stalkers here to fight this, but Cristiano does lead in numbers, and there is no static defense. These are some bruised stalkers. But ultimately, it's enough to scare Cristiano away for the moment. Nope, just kidding. He's coming back in. Pylon's there to scout it. And Geralt can warp in. There's a little bit of a contingent of Blink Stalkers here for Cristiano. He wants to get some good trades. He's going to try to take what he can. It's mostly Archons, Immortals, some Charge Lots. He does have some Disruptors here. But, oh, God, Cristiano taking a better fight over on this side. No high... Yeah, actually, Geralt could have blinked to the high ground. He does blink a couple to the high ground. Doesn't want to lose too many workers. Stalker's going back for Cristiano as he takes a 5th base. Uh-oh. He's going in for that heavy photon cannon count in the bottom right. Yeah, Cristiano has a massive lead now. He's got 100 army supply. He's going into +3. Geralt's forgetting it. He does have a good amount of disruptors. Hopefully he remembers to start his +3, but realistically, he's got to worry about units right now at a deficit. He could actually do okay with some good disruptor hits. But there's a lot of Archons here, and Archons do be expensive after a while. Okay, one Nova does not find anything. The other from Cristiano does not as well. Little Charge Lot Archon Immortal push from Cristiano. There are a couple of Immortals here, but the engagement in the center is a scarier one. It's a tough call for Geralt. He's going to warp in some units. He's warping in Stalkers. A couple Zealots do. But meanwhile, Cristiano coming with a larger fight. Oh, no, this is not... Okay. Okay, let's see what happens.
Or am I so
hey, Tater Tutor, thank you for gifting a sub to Mobius.
Mobius59 just subscribed.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Again, Dave B, full-time streamer these days, so I really appreciate it. It's been some months. And either way, it's going to be for a bit more. I'm always a full-time streamer anyway. All right. Disruptor exchange is a little awkward here. Geralt's starting to... Oh, my God. Yeah, this is looking rough. I think we might see a 3-0, folks. And luckily... I think... Geralt has, unfortunately, not done it. Cristiano takes game 3. Sub 15 minutes. But we've had some bangers today. My goodness. Some absolutely fantastic games. And congratulations to Cristiano. Well played, Geralt. Yeah, he was insanely dead, Thorn. That was a very big sag for the G-Man. Very well played for Cristiano. He's going to be pretty happy. Man. I don't think Raynor could come back from that. Good games, gentlemen. Guys, also, check out my YouTube. If you want to see the cast, this will be on there. I have tons of tournaments on it. Not a lot of views. It's all tournaments. It doesn't seem to get too much usually, but we have plans for other things. I will be back later, presumably with some ladder. At least for a bit. I'm going to take care of some business today. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Tater Tutor, again. All right.